nerd tears.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC 245 recap. Controversy. Kamaru Usman holds on to the belt. Max Holloway loses the belt. Amanda Nunez, well, she's still the double champ. And we're going to talk about it tonight on the MMA
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, boy. Woo.
Calm down, Ma.
Oh, I tell you, Jesse. I
Yeah.
tell you, I've been laughing for a couple of days now.
About?
A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. There has been some controversy, and it doesn't get any better than this. You know, anytime we have an event, and this event, UFC 245, was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Some people loved the Amanda Nunez fight. I didn't like it. You know, I wasn't thrilled with it. And
I didn't mind it.
You liked it? All right.
I thought it was great.
Volkanovski versus Holloway. I don't know why I was bored, but it was very impressive what Volkanovski did in that fight. I can't take anything away from Volkanovski. Just pretty much owned Holloway. Holloway didn't have anything for him. Outworked him. And I never thought I would see that anytime soon. And now we have Colby Covington versus Marty Usman. Kamaru Usman, who some are saying Kamaru shut his mouth up and, you know, sealed the jaw by breaking it and make jaws great again, or I don't know. There's all these jokes going around. But Kamaru Usman gets the win. He gets the TKO in the 5th round on Colby Covington, and people don't like the stoppage. It's a big, big controversy. The fight I watched 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, Jesse got to watch it. She watched it twice, actually, right?
Only 2 times.
2 times. I watched it 3 times. I wanted to make sure that I gave a completely unbiased opinion of this. And by going back 3 times, I was able to pull some things out. But my opinion really doesn't change much, but I can understand some of the other point of views.
And boy, you should have seen him.
Oh, yeah.
The second time he went back and watched it, I was in the other room, so I didn't really see his reaction in watching it. But you could tell because he was making comments here and there that he was pulling some things out that he missed the first time. The third time, this guy, he was standing up, walking up to the television, pointing things out, like, look at this, look at that, look at this. Like, this guy caught so many things that I would have never caught, even watching it 5 million times. It's crazy.
I am a professional. I am a true professional here. The reason why I did this, and I'm starting to do this more as of late, is because when we do our fight reactions, and let me know what the ones in the chat if you were here for our Sunday fiasco. That was fun. We are in the moment. We are reacting as pure fans.
Yeah.
By no means are we professionals. We are just here having fun, reacting to fights that we love. We love watching these guys and gals get in the cage and compete. And sometimes in the moment, you see something one way, and then you watch it back and you see it in a completely different way. And all the opinions in the chat are flying, and emotions are flying, and people are talking shit. We're talking shit. We're just having a grand old time. But when it comes down to it, you have to see things with a clear eye, right?
Yes.
So this is why I watched it 3 times. 3 times. When I originally reacted to the fight, I was kind of weird inside rooting for Colby Covington, but on the outside, I knew that Kamaru Usman was going to win this fight so much that I was talking about it forever. I am not going to gloat about the pick. That's not what this show is going to be about tonight. And I could just throw it in everyone's face. Jesse could throw it in everyone's face and say, hey, we told you a long time ago. We could sit here and do that. We're not going to do that.
That's just not the kind of people we are.
We're beautiful people.
We're too genuine.
Now, let's just show the thumbnail real quick, okay?
Okay.
This is the punch that broke Colby's jaw, and that was the face of a nerd bash. That is a face of Colby Covington, just defeated in every way.
What a beautiful picture.
It doesn't, to the people that do not like Colby Covington, well, I mean, you must be dancing around looking at that joyous picture, right?
Man, you better back up.
Let's back it up.
Sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Hey, Connor, how are you?
We out here, baby. Let's go. Gave Kindin his MMA-Holes shirt today and he loved it. Thank you guys for everything. Moss, thanks for the BJ last night.
Anytime.
Shout out to Carnage Crew. Fury will beat Wilder. JBH is the GOAT. Love you guys.
There you go.
Love you, Connor.
Shout out to Connor. And yeah, last night on the gaming stream, I blew Conor Hernandez. That is actually, that happened.
Weird.
That happened. I was I was an Asian girl and I blew a serial killer. And that's why you got to tune into the second channel. All right, so we went round by round, and I'm just going to tell you how this worked. So the first time I watched it, right, I believe that certain rounds were close, but I do believe that going into that fifth and final round, that Kamaru Usman was winning the fight. He gets the 2 knockdowns, and all of a sudden, the ground and pound happens. Mark Goddard warns Covington, and then the fight is over with under, what it was like 50 seconds or something like that. Yeah, 50 seconds left in the fight. Mark Goddard waves it off, and that's it. A lot of controversies. People are saying that the strikes were behind the head. They were illegal strikes.
Back of the head.
Back of the head, yeah. People were complaining about eye pokes and things that didn't exist, like nut shots.
Yeah.
We're going to, I want, before I dive into all this, because I've got notes. You know, that's I'm very prepared. Jesse, just like in a nutshell, the aftermath, it all synced into your head. How do you feel about
of the
everything?
Aftermath?
Like now that everything is passed, a couple of days have passed, you got to register it, watch it twice.
Well, the aftermath would be how the fans feel. So what do I think about what the reactions were?
Yeah. I mean, are you happy with the outcome? Do you think
Well, of course I'm happy with the outcome. I picked Usman to win, and I think he fairly won. But I do have to say, now, there were some arguments by some Covington fans that I was like, maybe they're right. Maybe. Like, it would be a reach, but I could see where they're coming from. And then there were other arguments from Covington fans that blew my fucking mind. And I was like, are you fucking stupid? You can't be this stupid. Like, even if you're a casual fan, you know Usman won this fight. You just know. And there were some arguments that made me want to shoot my fucking brains out just reading them. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to go too far into that. I'll let you kind of go into that, but I think it's a little ridiculous, the whole after. I think it's worse than if Conor lost to Khabib and people, like Conor fans had a backlash in defense of Conor. This was worse. This was 10 times worse. It was pretty insane. Now, I understand that MMA fans have some of the most hardcore fans out there.
Man, you better back up or you got to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Popular 50 Cent lyric, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, and if you've got a glass jaw, you better watch your mouth. Colby would have lost even if it had went to decision, so stop it, you dumb Colby fan casuals. Also, Fury getting slapped in February.
Wow, look at that. And that's from Please Take Calls tonight. If we have a Save the Show, we will. And listen, tonight's a night to save it, because I want to open it up and please. I want to hear both sides. This is more than just an hour's worth of talk here. Okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We're going to go over to the and thank God for this poll. Get your textbooks out. Thank God for this poll over here, because we put it out before we went live, 941 votes, and we said good stoppage or bad stoppage. Pretty much that's it. It's a hot topic. And 65% of our audience said that is a good stoppage. And it makes me feel that there is hope for humanity, like that there are some brain cells left in MMA fans. So that made me feel a little bit better. And I noticed some Colby fans out there did realize that, hey, listen, it is a good stop. Here's the problem about this. All we're talking about is good stop, bad stop. And I feel that Colby just dodged the bullet here. Kind of like what Conor did with Khabib. With that brawl and that melee, not many people are talking about him getting choked out. They're talking about, oh, Khabib jumped over the fence and all that bullshit. Colby Covington ran. I mean, he didn't even stay for the belt wrapped around the waist. They just escorted him out. You know why? Because his jaw was fucking hanging off his face.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was for good reason.
Colby Covington fans, now's the time to tune out, because after 3 times watching this, okay, I don't know what you're complaining about. You have to stop complaining. You really do. And the Colby Covington fans are more sensitive than ever. This is unbelievable. Colby Covington was the guy that made fun of dead people. He made fun of Matt Hughes, with the train and stuff like that.
Glenn Robinson.
Yeah, the Glenn Robinson thing with, him passing and making fun of Marty's hairline, and, it said sweet.
That was funny.
Yeah.
The hairline thing was funny. The sweet bed sheets.
Sweet bed sheets to his clothing.
Yeah.
Just going for it. Complete trolling. Ruining Star Wars movies, spoilers and shit like that. Complete trolling. Colby Covington gets his mouth shut, right? And his fucking jaw slapped off his face. And then all the fans start crying. And then they're all sensitive.
Yeah.
This is the best part. Like, you could cry and be a baby and whatever, because Colby is a baby, let's be honest. But you guys are bullies. You are this and that, because we're putting memes out there about Colby Covington, D1, D2 bullshit.
I have a theory.
Well, why are they so sensitive?
I have a theory. Now, Colby Covington has openly admitted that he has been bullied in the past, right? He was major bullied, and that's why he has this persona that he does now. I believe that is one of the reasons that 90% of Colby Covington fans are Colby Covington fans, because they were bullied too, and that's something they can relate to. So since Colby Covington lost and their number one hero to bullies has been defeated, now that sensitivity from being bullied is coming back out again. Yes.
Colby Covington fans are victims, I guess.
Bully victims.
Right.
Every Colby fan is a bully victim, and that's why they're so sensitive, and they can't take it when there's any sort of criticism on Colby whatsoever.
I feel bad for you guys. So, I mean, it's terrible being a victim. Anyway, the good part that comes out of this is Colby Covington now, we're all talking about him. He lost the fight. He got knocked out. He got the TKO at the end. His jaw was flapping off of his face. But yet we're talking about him and not talking about the performance by Marty Usman. Kamaru Usman getting the win here. Both guys left it all in the cage. It was a fantastic fight. I watched it 3 times. There was no part of it where I was bored. Loved it each and every time. In fact, each time I watched it, it got better and better. The first time I watched it, I was all emotional, all fired up, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a landslide. Kamaru did his thing. As the fight progressed, he just kept on doing better and better. The body shots just ate up Colby Covington. I watched it the second time. I thought it was even going into the fucking 5th round.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat coming in.
King K.
Why would bullying victims like a bully logic?
No, you're missing the point.
But he's retarded.
Colby Covington was a bully victim. That's why his fans relate to him.
Do not listen, King K, and thank you for the donation. He was jumping into the comment section and he was saying things like, dude, like, if you want to understand the logic behind King K, just go into the comments of the community section. You'll be like, oh, okay.
Vlad says, got our first bully victim.
Yeah.
King K's the first bully victim of the night.
I appreciate. Listen, I want to hear your opinions, and we want to open up phone lines so we can hear this. It's one-sided here because you got the mystical one with the mic. You got the JBH over here with the mic as well. It's going to be a bad day for Colby fans. Okay, so now the second round, okay, I thought it was split. I actually did say, oh, shit, maybe Colby did win 2 rounds, out of the 4 going into this this final round, the 5th round over there. Colby even started off the 5th very well. The third time I watched it, and I went 3-1 Usman again. Now, there was the judges, the official scores were, 3-1 Usman, 3-1 Colby, and 2-2 going into the 5th round. Okay? These are the judges. They were all over the place. They were at every end of the spectrum. Okay, that's why you have 3 judges. So now, basically, you have a split fight going into the 5th round. The 5th round, Colby looked pretty good. Even though his jaw was hanging off his face, he actually did a pretty good job in the beginning of it. Come that 2-minute mark of the fight, Usman started kicking it into high gear. He knocked him down 2 times, wobbled him a bunch of times as well, got on top of him, and started cracking him. People were saying that he hit him in the back of the head. Behind the ear is a legal shot. It is a legal shot. To those of you that said he was deliberately cracking him behind the head, that's not what happened. Colby Covington got on his knees, he put his hands on the side of his head, and he's squirming around like this, right? Then he's trying to stay still like this. As that's happening, Marty's going for the side of the head. He's going for the side of the head. Colby's just squirming around like this. He's dying. He's dying. Mark Goddard, when he dropped, Mark Goddard goes to the side and says, you got to fight back. This is the second time he got dropped. He's like, you got to fight. He's warning Colby Covington, listen, if you don't do shit here, I'm stopping the fight. Your jaw's hanging off your face. You got dropped fucking 2 times. You're wobbling all over the place. I want you to live. I'm going to pretty much stop this fight. So what does Mark Goddard do? He stops the fight. He saves your hero's life. And everyone's complaining. Everyone's fucking complaining. It's crazy. Now, say this doesn't happen. Okay? Knuckleheads, say this doesn't fucking happen. The fight goes on, and Colby's on his knees just fucking like this, squirming like a little bitch as fucking Wakanda's cracking down. You think, even if Colby gets back up, right, with under 50 seconds left, and stumbles his way to the side. Oh. Let's see what Colby has to say. Birdman, what do you got?
Ho 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 holes. Ha 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 Kevin. Merry Christmas, Chris and Jesse.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Let me just grab it out of my pocket. Bang 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 ha ha bang 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 ha ha bang 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 ha ha bang bang. Now keep the change, you filthy animals.
Oh, I got you. Thank you, Burnman, for the donation. You are
wonderful.
Now back to the snowflakes. Even if Colby Covington stumbles his ass back up to the feet and somehow gets away from Usman, time's a clicking. Fight's over. Marty drops him 2 times. I don't give a fuck if Colby is outstriking him in the 5th round, excuse me. Come 2 minutes left, it was the Marty show, knocking him down and almost finishing him. He did finish him, but if it didn't stop, he almost finished him. Usman won the 5th. What are we complaining about? What in the fuck are we complaining about? It is all over the internet. What? Holy shit.
Colby was doing a D1 double dude.
Is that what he was doing? Oh, he was going for a double leg? Is that what you're trying to say? He was going for a double leg.
Well, he did reach for a takedown.
He was...
when he got knocked down. No, that part I will give him. When he got knocked down the second... Wait, listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
He got knocked down the second time. He did reach for a takedown. It was stuffed by Usman. Usman shoved his legs back. So he didn't get the takedown. But Colby did reach for that takedown before Usman started pounding him in the head.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to tell me that Colby was about to take Usman down? Is that what you're trying to say? Colby was trying to take Usman down. That's what's going on. Okay.
Yes. And he did go for a takedown.
Yeah. Did it work?
No,
No,
but
it didn't,
he went
it didn't.
for it. You gotta
No.
give him that. I mean,
It just kept on going with Usman cracking him. It wasn't behind the fuck. It was on top of the head. It wasn't there. It was behind the ear. That's legal. If you're squirming around and he's hitting you behind the ear and something grazes the top of the head because you're squirming around, that's not the striker's fault. That's not, like, how much MMA do you watch? I watched this you made me watch this fight 3 times. First round, Usman, very close.
yes.
That's how I saw it, right? It was a very close round. It could have went either way. But I had to give it to Usman. Watching it back, the 3rd time watching it back, Usman. Second round, I give it to Colby Covington. I think he won that round. I really do. Let's talk about a couple of things. The nut shot. Let's talk about the nut shot.
Right. Stop pounding the dust.
I'm fucking heated. Okay. Colby Covington throws the foot into the crotch area of Usman. Was it directly on the cup? No. You're 100% right. I had a guy tell me it was a liver shot. Is your liver below your belt line? Is it below? I don't know. Is your liver next to your cock? Is that where your liver is? Do you have a cock liver? Is that what's going on?
A cliver.
A cliver. Do you have a liver next to your cock? Is it next to your cock, your liver? Because that's where he got kicked. He got kicked right in his fucking thigh. It looked like it grazed the cup a little. I don't know. The pants are black. All I know is I saw a foot go in there. And yes, it looked like it hit more thigh, but it could have fucking grazed the cup. I don't fucking know.
Now,
it didn't make a difference.
I have an argument for that.
Go ahead, please.
I saw, and I watched this fight again too.
Okay.
I saw, I don't know if you can see it. Covington hit Usman right here.
Hold that thought.
Back up, and you can go to sleep too.
Dapper Dave, please.
MOS, you got give some respect to Colby for keep fighting with a broken jaw.
I'm
no
not even
matter
there yet.
what you think, that showed true toughness. If he kept the fight close to the middle of 5th round while injured, imagine if he was not injured.
Dapper Dave, I love you to death and I appreciate the donation. Toughness doesn't win fights. I hate hearing this. Oh, he was tough. He lost the fight, but he was tough. There's no tough belt. Like, what the fuck? Oh, he was tough. No one's going to remember that. They're just going to remember the person that has the belt around their waist. Enough! How many times ooh, he was tough. He was so tough. No, there's no moral victory. There's a winner and a loser. What the fuck? What is going? No. This is the problem. You're giving trophies to everybody. A kid wins first place, and now you're giving everyone's getting trophies. Even Johnny, that can't even fucking play, that's been riding the bench the whole fucking game, is getting trophies. Marky, wahoo.
Considering the circumstances of the two fighters, with 1 minute left in a war like that, I would have let that man go out on his shield. If anyone needed a couple extra shots, it was Colby Covington. He should hit up Twitter and come stronger than ever.
Okay, thank you, Marky Wahoo. Now here's the thing with Mark Goddard's stoppage, and I'm going back and forth here, but just trying to
let's get back to the nut shot real quick.
Can I just, because he did donate that. Mark Goddard's stoppage, is it the best stoppage in the world? No. It isn't. It isn't the best, but it's not the worst. It really isn't.
He warned Covington multiple times before stopping the fight.
The fight progressed 5 rounds. Colby Covington's jaw was hanging off his face. Mr. Tough Guy, his jaw is hanging off his fucking face over there. He got dropped 2 times. Mark Goddard goes to the side and was warning him. This is not the first round. And then people are comparing it to the TJ Dillashaw stoppage. That's the first round, like seconds into the round. This is 5 fucking rounds. A man with a broken fucking jaw dropped 2 times. He's trying to save the guy.
The New York's coming out in him.
What is going on? Am I in a fucking dream? Go ahead. Talk about the nut shot, please. I can't.
Well, this is going to piss you off even more.
No, I'm not mad about the nut shot.
I don't think Colby hit him in the nuts.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't. When I watched it the first time, I was skeptical because it didn't look like it. And then I watched it the second time, and that just confirmed it for me.
Okay.
I think Usman played on that a little bit to get a little breathing time.
Let me ask you a question. Could there have been a chance that when he hit him, and I agree, it does look like more of the thigh than actually the actually direct shot. But could there have been a chance? Was there clear evidence that there was no way nothing grazed that cup where it could have fucking stuck into his nut?
There's always a chance, because when it comes to men, especially as a female, I don't know how anatomically that stuff can get adjusted or moved around or tapped in the wrong way. So I can give you that there's always a chance he did get hit.
Okay.
But to me, after seeing it skeptically the first time and then confirming it after seeing it the second time, I don't think he got hit. I think Usman was looking for breathing time.
Here's Conor Hernandez coming in.
Leon Edwards will be TYSON. Also, I think they should do a Woodley versus Wonderboy 3. Conor should drop to bantamweight and fight Aldo again. Winking face. Tyson Fury will unite the belts. I'm sick and deranged. Holloway will win the rematch.
That is a lot going on in there. Edwards, he did lose to Usman already. I know this is a whole different Edwards, but it's a whole different Usman too. And honestly, he kind of deserves it, but I don't know if I want to see it. We'll talk about that later.
Now, Anything Force says the cup could have poked his nuts.
Yes.
So you tell me, you used to play sports.
Yes.
You wore a cup.
Yes.
Okay, all right, calm down.
Yeah,
I'm asking you a question. All right. You used to wear a cup. Now, I'm open to the idea that he did get hit.
Yeah.
I've never worn a cup. I don't have a nutsack to get hit, so I wouldn't know. Have you ever had your cup poke your nuts so bad to where you have that need to stop what you're doing?
Let me make this very clear. Anyone that has a ball sack, if something hits it in a certain specific way, it does not have to hit hard. Cup. You can drop. It doesn't matter with a cup or anything. You can drop. Something can shift you in a certain way and be like, oh, shit, and it gets you. He's in the middle of the fight. His adrenaline's going. Was it a direct nut shot? No.
Absolutely not.
Mark Goddard's words were, it touched. That's what he said. Yeah. He never said, hey, he fucking hit him in the nuts. He said, it touched, it touched, it touched. That's what Mark Goddard said. So even Mark Goddard saw that it hit the certain area, but his shorts are completely black. The foot hits it. There is a gray area over there. I don't know. It wasn't a direct shot, but it didn't. It wasn't a game changer.
Back up, and you can go to sleep too.
Oh, I got way more.
Who is next for Usman? Mystic Moss PS. What should I get for dinner?
Get some spaghetti and meatballs.
What? And, no, McDonald's.
Next for Usman. We'll get into that in a second. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Okay. So that is my take on the cup thing. That is Jesse's take on the cup thing. This is in the second round, and it wasn't like Usman was there for 5 minutes. Like, oh my God, oh the agony. He fucking squatted. He's like, oh my black balls. Let's get back into the game, and the fight started again. Who gives a shit? Colby won that round. Mystic Moss scored that Colby Covington that round. So take the nut shot and shove it up your fucking ass. All right. Round 3.
And then you better back up or you're going to go to
Wait
sleep.
for this.
And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
What's all this respect shit I keep hearing Colby fans keep regurgitating? It's almost like they're trying to come away with some sort of moral victory. For a guy who calls people snowflakes, he has the biggest fan base of crybabies.
I'm trying.
It's
Vlad's
so
right.
funny that Vlad says that because I'm watching the chat as you're going, and it's exactly what I expected. There are people who are laughing along because they think this is the funniest thing in the world, and then there's the people who are so fucking triggered that like they can't stand it, like they can't help themselves. They have to come in and give themselves away. It's the craziest thing. You're putting a target on your back.
It's all good. I want both sides. I don't want to just hear one side. That's not what this is about. I'm filleting you guys. If you want to fight back in the chat. I want to hear it. Also, if we open up the phone lines to save the show, that's going to be fire because I want to hear it. I'm not trying to shut you down. I'm just trying to make you put some fucking sense in your heads. All right. The third round. This is a great round. Okay. Not only because Covington's face almost fell apart, but this round is very interesting. Now, there was an eye poke. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just, all right. Colby Covington pokes Usman in the eye.
Yeah.
In the third round. Okay. Now, it's something interesting, and I watched this so many fucking times because it's actually kind of funny. The fingers are going in, and when you watch it quick, it looks like it hits his left eye, but then Usman grabs his right eye, right? So I'm like, is this guy fucking around? I ran to the TV and rewound it 400 times. I'm like,
yeah, he really did. He was right face to the TV.
I was like, what's going on here? Is Usman being a little bitch, right? Because the nut shot, it could go either way, but that eye poke, I was like, wait, did that not go in the right eye? I watched it over and over and over and over again. And then when I saw this perfect angle and I saw it go, it was like he was clawing him like a bitch. He was coming in, film, every finger, just graze it across his eyeballs. Both eyes got it. The left eye looked like it got it worse, but something happened with his right eye, which it looked like the pinky did catch, and he was a little fucked up. Usman goes to the corner, and he wants the doctor to wipe his eye and get back into the game. He kept on telling the doctor, wipe his eye.
You're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Oh, here we go, baby.
It brings up toughness because your favorite fighter lacks it. When the going gets tough, Conor rolls over and taps out. Colby has 10 times the toughness and heart McNugget does. You said Usman was going to steamroll Colby. Fight was very competitive.
He fucking knocked him out! Why, you retarded? Competitive!
And then he brings up Conor thinking he's going to get under your skin, but this isn't even about Conor.
Your boy's jaws is fucking sewn tight. It's bolted together. He probably can't even open his mouth for a month or 2 months. Who knows? They're fucking feeding him through a straw. And you're fucking gloating?
This is the bully victim number 2.
What the fuck? Oh my God. The fucking guy's got a trap on his face to keep his face together. Anyway, all right. So thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. All right. So Usman gets poked in the eye. Okay. Everything's fine. Some time goes by, and it's a very competitive fight. This is the crazy part. I hate talking about all this other stupid shit that's happening. The fight itself, Colby Covington looked great. He looked great. Going into the third round, both rounds very close. Colby looked sharp, throwing those pillow punches, just coming at him from different angles. Looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Usman, at the end of the first round, started working the body a little bit. Very patient. You saw the difference in striking. Usman is way more intelligent than Colby Covington. Colby Covington's like, hey, let me throw a bunch of fucking light punches to your face and see how that works. He caught Usman a bunch of times. Didn't do shit. Third round.
I'm just reading the chat.
Third fucking round.
It's so dumb.
Usman cracks Colby Covington. I am showing the thumbnail. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me just show this to make it a little bit more clear. Usman catches Colby Covington and breaks his fucking jaw. Now wait for this, friends. Wait for this. He breaks his jaw. What does Colby Covington do after his jaw is broken? He goes to his eye. He goes, oh, my eye. He poked me in the eye.
Do that again, Moss.
Does it look like he got poked in the eye? Does anyone see his eye poked in this picture? Watch it back. What? You can't make this shit up. You can't make it. This is what happens when you watch a fight 3 times. You put the mystical in the seat. You make him watch everything and you see everything. He goes, ow, my eye. Look at this. Dude, did anyone see him go to a point to his eye? To Mark Goddard, my eye. goes over to the corner, tells his corner, I think my jaw's broken.
Wonderful.
What the fuck? What is going on? What is going on?
They can't absorb or comprehend the idea that their favorite person, their favorite bully hero, has lost, has become defeated.
He said he poked me in the eye. Oh my God. You guys opened Colby up to this roast. Actually, Colby opened it up with his stupid tweet. You go into the 4th round, okay? Very close round. I give it to Kamaru. Very close round. You can go either way with this. And that's why I'm not upset with the judging. 3-1, 2-2, 3-1. You know what? The more you think about it, that's what kind of fight we watched.
Yeah.
That's what we watched. It wasn't a complete dominance by Colby. It wasn't a dominance by Usman until the 5th round.
Birdman says in the chat, so tough he faked an eye poke when his jaw got broken.
Dude, I've never seen that. No one's bringing that up. This is the first place, I guarantee, this is the first place that said, wait, hold on a second. Why are you pointing at your eye when your jaw is broken? He didn't touch your eye. Back to the 4th round. Okay. Colby complains about an eye poke in the 4th round as well, according to my notes. No eye poke. Goddard warns him and says, no more timeouts, and that's it, right? So he brings them together at that round, and yeah, Colby did say he poked him in the eye there. I don't know where the fuck that happened. So there's 2 fake eye pokes coming from Colby Covington.
Yes, Daily Moss has notes. He watched this fight over and over and over again, and then while he was watching, he rewind and then start again, and then rewind and then watch something again. It's you guys did this to him. You asked for it.
Oh my God.
Any of you Colby fans who decided to argue with him, you asked for this.
Guys, I am bringing you facts, okay? Remember this. I picked Usman, but I was secretly it wasn't even a secret. I told you guys I wanted Colby Covington to win. I think it's better. It's more fun. Colby's got the mouth. And I don't think this really, we'll get into the fact that I don't think this really hurts Colby afterwards. Yeah, he doesn't get the belt, but now he could still keep the bad guy thing going and, whatever. Okay. We're going to speed through the 5th round because we went through that in detail.
No, don't need the speed. Go through it, Moss.
The 5th round happens. Colby Covington now is very, very tough. You know, he is very tough. Like, as much as I'm joking around, the guy has a broken jaw and he looks like he's fine. It's crazy. And it makes you think, hey, if he didn't break his jaw, what could he have brought into that 5th round?
Yeah.
But we don't know because Colby's jaw was broken. The 5th round started out great. Colby was he was doing it. He was in there, sticking and moving,
man,
coming in.
Back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Wait till I call in and lit you out, Moss.
Well, you got to spell light right first.
Yeah, Justin, listen.
You can call in and light him and lit him up.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you talk, but if you could prove anything that I said wrong, I'll fuck. I can't say that to you because you're a kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this 5th round, okay, Colby Covington looked good for like 3 minutes. He really did look good for 3 minutes, and it was very competitive. Usman had his moments, but Colby could have had a chance to actually win that round. When the 2-minute mark hits, okay, poof. You hear that? Poof. That's the Colby's fans' dreams just falling apart. Poof,
yeah.
Like exploding in the air. Usman you could see, he put his head down and he's like, it's time to be the champion. That's exactly what Usman did here. Now, to the people that are complaining about Marty Usman, you may not like him on the mic or whatever. If you are complaining about this man's performance, and Colby's performance, because Colby performed great. The only reason why I'm attacking Colby is because he complained like a little bitch on the way to the hospital, and his fans are little bitches too. So I'm just I'm just letting you on fire. That's my job. Usman was a man possessed. He was looking to finish this fight. He rocked him once, and he never let up. Never. He stayed on him. Rocked him again. Colby down. Did what he had to do. Put him away. Mark Goddard warned Colby. He said, listen, you got to work. Those are the words, right? Hold on. No, I'm sorry. He says, fight back. He was warning him, fight back. Mark Goddard knew, hey, listen, this guy's not in good shape right now. His jaw is broken. He's been dropped 2 times in a 5-round fight, a war. A lot of brain damage going on here. You got to fight back. Say what you want. Bad call, good call with the stoppage, even if you want to put that away. Colby lost, guys. with or without that knockout.
Now, Moss, I have something for you. Now, coming from Kainota, I'm sure it's not surprising because you guys like to go back and forth all the time, you two. But this one's fascinating to me. And Kainota, I usually wouldn't call you out, but you said it was an early stop. Moss still hasn't presented a good argument against it. All he's doing is sharing his autistic thoughts and bias. But he's got a list of facts. Like, there's no thoughts and bias. This is facts. There is no bias in here. He even said Covington won multiple rounds. He's got facts right here. This is no bias.
There is no way you're going to win.
These are things that actually happened.
I did my homework.
I watched him do it.
Listen, I did my homework. It would be better for the sport if Colby Covington was the champion. And I still think he's fine. I still think that he's got some stuff left in him. I feel like he could still make a play at the belt again. In fact, I would love to see him fight Usman again. You know, one fight off, boom, boom, wins. Right back in the mix. Love to see it. I want to see Colby versus Woodley. I think that's a great fight. But guys, Colby fans, you just got lit on fire. I don't know how that feels. Tell me in the chat.
Oh, good. Canada says it was a bad stop.
No facts. Go ahead.
Wambulance, Colby Covington wannabe fans.
Hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry. It was a bad stop. So even if it wasn't stopped,
he still would have lost.
He still would have lost the fight.
That's the point that he's getting to.
What is your point? Please.
Colby ran out the arena like a bitch, says New Jama. Casey says JBH hungover Sunday morning. No, I never get hungover, actually. I'm a professional drinker. Kevin says same way you felt when Conor got choked. You know what's funny about Kevin?
Hold on a second. Let me I'm sorry. Can I light him?
Well, I'm just saying he thinks that like whenever you attack his fighter, the only thing he has to go on is Conor.
Yeah.
He has
bails.
no argument.
Here's my imitation of Kevin being wrong. Kevin's wrong.
Well, Conor
McGregor. Conor McGregor.
People are full of excuses. Colby got beat up.
He did. Did you see the man's face? I mean, what the fuck? What is going on with you people? His jaw was broken. It's broken. And he fought with 3 rounds. Yeah, he's tough. That's great. If that's what you want to hang your hat on, fine. You're a fan of Colby Covington. He's tough. You know who's tough too? Conor McGregor. He's tough too.
Well, Conor.
And Conor's the only guy that went around against Khabib. Conor. Get him out of the conversation.
It seems like Conor's dick is more shoved into your mouth than anybody else's.
When you're losing a fight, what you do is you deflect to something else.
Well, Conor McGregor.
I am submitting you right now. You need to tap. Please, immediately.
That's the best.
Stop being snowflakes.
Oh, my God.
Anyway. All right. So that's that. Jesse, I'm sorry. I had to break this down.
Listen, I fully expected this tonight. I knew you had your notes. I knew you were ready to go, and I was just going to let you go for it because I like a certain level of conflict, and I like the back and forth. I enjoy it, but I'm not a conflictive person. So I'm just going to leave that to you and let you do your thing.
I'm helping them.
Yeah.
I'm helping you not go full retard because you're not supposed to do that. You know, I know you might have a little Down syndrome in the head. You know, I'm just trying to tell you, don't go full. Don't do it full. I'm trying to help. If you're trying to argue online, I am giving you facts so you could use these facts and maybe dump it on someone else. These are facts over here. Oh, he hit him in the back of the head. He didn't. He hit him on the side.
It's so funny. Vlad dropped a video in the Discord of someone who, like, a broken record over and over kept mentioning back of the head bullshit.
He's wrong.
It's so dumb.
It's crazy.
Speaking of broken faces, let me throw a theory that no one is considering. In the Overeem fight, when Rosenstruik stopped because he thought he had a walk-off knockout, by the time the referee actually stopped the fight, time should have ran out.
That was another very controversial fight not that long ago. Overeem's face was split open and everyone's like, oh, what are you stopping it for? What are you doing? Now, that situation is crazy because if you look at it, Overeem was winning the whole fight. If it went 30 more seconds, I mean, clearly winning that fight, he would have won. That's a whole nother argument for another day. We're talking about this here, and thank you for the donation. There is no argument to say that. I mean, what are you trying to get to?
Uncommon Sense says, ran out of the ring like a bitch, his fucking jaw was broken, you idiot. We know.
Wait, hold on. What?
We said
No, he's probably talking to the
no.
chat.
He said ran out of the ring like a bitch because that's what you said. He ran out of the ring like a bitch.
Yeah.
His fucking jaw was broken. You idiot. What do you want him to
That's
do?
what I
Give
said.
a speech? That's what he fucking said. Like, did you miss that entire part, or did you only catch the part where he said he ran out of the ring like a bitch?
So
he kind of did, but he said his jaw was broken. Well, what else do you want him to do?
ready, Jesse? It was a bad stoppage. Then he runs off to the back. Bad stoppage. Oh my God! Fix my face.
It's so
terrible
crazy.
stoppage.
Now this is the part that I will speak up on. People hear what they want to hear, and all of the other facts, everything else that matters, it's in one ear and out the other. It doesn't matter to you. You only hear what you want because that's the only thing that you have a fucking leg to stand on. In reality, you have nothing to stand on because the rest of the stuff that actually matters, you're not comprehending because your brain is as small as Colby Covington's.
Listen, there's no need to throw insult out there. When you throw out the fact and you can't argue back and you just go, oh well, it's not an argument. Colby Covington ran to the locker room. He didn't even stay for the official decision. Why? Because his face was broken. Because of a bad stoppage. If it was a bad stoppage, he should have stayed there and be like, the fuck? What's going on here? This is stupid. Shaking his head while they're lifting Marty's hand. Shaking his head. No, this is stupid. And just hanging around. Like, no, this is dumb. Put me on the mic. They didn't do that because his face is falling off. Bad stoppage. Bad stoppage.
All right.
Oh, all right. We got other fights on this card.
Yeah.
And if we get a save on the show, it would be fantastic. We'll open up the phone lines. And how you save the show is this. We'll tell you in a second.
Super chat.
Dan Martin.
Dan Martin.
Our MMA whore is... All right, so what does he say over here? We'll read it out for you.
He said the delusional Colby fans sound exactly like the delusional Conor fans since Khabib. Moss, I keep going off on Colby, but you gotta admit, it's ironic. Laughing my ass off. Oh, here we go again. Conor McGregor.
See, thank you.
Well, Conor McGregor.
That's because you do not have an argument for the Colby Covington fight. Here's the deal. Conor McGregor, okay? I don't know why you're dragging him into this. You know what? Yeah, what the fuck?
Stupid. They're saying Conor because they have no argument for Colby.
Colby Covington never won a real belt. Conor McGregor won a real belt. In fact, 2 of them. That's apples and oranges. You guys are retarded. Like, legit retarded. Do not bring Conor up in this situation. You will get filleted.
Well,
you got to get out of here. We're talking apples and oranges. We're talking about Colby Covington. Defend your boy. Defend your boy. Fuck. Holy shit.
Conor Covington.
You got Conor, you got Colby. Conor brings numbers. Colby doesn't bring shit. Although he brings conversation. That's why I like Colby. And here's the problem. This is what, I mean, there's probably a lot of new people in here and don't even realize this. I like Colby Covington. I don't hate him. I like what he is doing. I like what he is bringing to the sport. I like the conversation. I like the back and forth. I like the bad guy. I'm into it. I'm into that. But I am being real in this one situation over here. I am being completely real. Just like I filleted Conor in the past for doing the press conference with ARIEL HELWANI and paying people to watch a press conference. I did a whole fucking show on that. But you weren't here. So what the fuck do you know? I am being the truth. That is my name. Mystical Moss. The truth. All right. Here's the deal. And thank you for the donations. You guys are fucking fiery, and I like that in an audience over here. We're going to go through the rest of this card because there's a lot of other stuff. And then hopefully if we get to save the show with 5 minutes left, we'll tell you how to do that shortly. We'll get into that.
By the way, I saw a couple of people asking if Covington's jaw was broken.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it was...
I have an article on it. He did suffer a broken jaw.
So, yeah, we'll read that article and then we'll jump into this.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, yeah.
It's broken.
It says Colby Covington will go home without a UFC welterweight title and instead spent his Saturday night at the hospital receiving treatment following his 5th round TKO loss to Kamaru Usman. Between the 3rd and 4th rounds, Covington went to his corner and told his coaches that he believed he suffered a broken jaw. A replay seemed to show a punching connecting from Usman that snapped Covington's head around, which likely caused the damage. Covington was then transported for treatment afterwards, and UFC officials later released a statement saying, following an addendum medical report completed regarding Colby Covington, it has been determined that he has suffered a non-displaced midline mandible fracture.
So it's like a fracture? Hold on.
You can go to sleep too.
Vlad coming in.
Confirmation bias. Colby fans listen to some salty fan ramble about what they deem as a bad stop or illegal shots and take it as gospel. But Conor, way to compare a champ to a guy that never won a real belt.
I know!
But Conor.
Colby just choked on the main stage. The first ever pay-per-view headlining fight. He just fucking choked on a cock, a big black one, to be to throw that out there. And you're comparing him to Conor. This is how dumb. I mean, literally. I think you're trolling. That's what I think it is. And if you're trolling,
more power to you.
Knock yourself out. Please go with that argument. Because if you're being serious,
you're just an idiot.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not defending Colby. I was cheering for Usman. I'm just messing with you, Mos.
I know. And that is the part of this channel. Thank you, Dan
That's
Martin.
the trolling.
Here's the thing, okay? I'm trying to speak truth, but at the same time, I can go to bed at night and be like, I am just fine. I move on. This is fun for me. I like trolling and horsing around. That's why I do like the Colby Covington type characters, the Conor McGregor characters. I'm into it.
I haven't heard the end of this since the fights happened on Saturday night.
I'm having a good time. If you're having a good time with this and you're laughing along with us, or whether you agree or disagree, then you're part of the party. It's to you guys. You know what I'm talking about, not you, the other one over there. There are certain people that are so serious about this. I'm coming for you. Lighten up. Lighten up, buddy. Or buttette, whatever, male or female. That's what I'm coming for. It's all in good fun. We're having fun over here. You got it. The purpose of this, we're called the MMA Holes. The purpose of this channel is to go back and forth with each other. We're all busting balls. Some are trying to preach some knowledge. Some are just preaching bullshit. Who gives a shit? Who cares? We're all here to have fun. But it's the people that get hurt. Those are the people that I'm going after. And we see you on a regular, just coming in over and over again.
If I could give a piece of advice,
slicing you up.
If I could give a piece of advice to any of the Colby fans or any of the people in general who really get like super triggered by anything that this guy has to say, because usually it's this guy who says it, don't come in the chat, because you're putting a target on your back. The moment he sees, or anyone in this chat really, because we harvest trolls over here, so the moment anyone really sees you doing that, you're putting a fucking target on your back. You're gonna get lit on fire. Just don't show that weakness. If you're a Colby fan and you think Colby genuinely won, keep it to yourself, man, because this clearly is not the moment for you to come out and put a complete target all over yourself.
Jesse, he didn't break his jaw. He fractured it.
Yes, he fractured his midline, whatever you call it.
Wait, it was just a fracture?
But it was broken.
So it wasn't like a broken jaw. A break is like a clear break, right? I broke my collarbone.
No, it was broken.
But is it fractured or is it
broken? A
broken?
fracture is a break.
Yeah, I've had a fracture as well. I fractured my forearm.
So then you broke
a fracture
forearm.
is a it's
yeah,
like a
that's a break
in the bone, but a break is that's a break.
No, that's a compound fracture.
Okay. What?
A compound fracture is when the bone does this. A fracture is just when there's a crack in the bone, but the bone stays.
Then what's a hairline fracture?
That's a fracture.
So what kind of fracture does he have?
It would be considered a hairline fracture.
He has a hairline fracture.
But they're both fractures. They're both broken.
Okay. Colby Covington has a hairline fracture. Tough. Hairline fracture. Tough guy. Super tough. Very tough.
Hairline fractures can be more painful than compound fractures sometimes.
Yeah, I've had them. I've had every break you could have. They all suck. But this is what I'm saying here. It wasn't even a full break.
It was.
It just gets worse.
It was broken.
No, a hairline fracture is not a full break.
It was broken. His bone broke.
Jesse, you're missing my whole point. You're arguing stupidity now. A hairline fracture is a little. I've had both. I've had a break and a hairline fracture. Trust me. You rather
this thing, right?
You rather a hairline. You feel this, right?
Yeah, that's a
break.
Fracture.
That's a fucking break.
Yeah.
This is a hairline fracture, and that's what Colby Covington had. I was able to do. I was just fine. This I wasn't. I was in an ambulance.
I wasn't. I had a hairline fracture on my wrist, and that shit knocked me onto my knees.
And Colby ran to the back. Oh, fix me! All right. Anyway.
Stop it.
Anyway. All right. Enough busting balls about Colby Covington. Let's talk about this. A title has switched places.
Yes.
Max Holloway, Volkanovski.
And there is some stuff out for UFC 245 Aftermath that Alexander Volkanovski is the new consensus greatest featherweight of all time. Could you argue this, Mom?
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
I definitely want to hear from you guys. Who is next for Usman before we move on?
Who is next for Usman? All right. You want to... What? Good.
Well, based off what I heard, Leon Edwards may be next for Usman or Jorge Masvidal, and then Tyron Woodley would be next for Covington.
I want Woodley for Covington. I like that a lot. In fact, just give that to me. I mean, you could make a Masvidal fight, but I think that doesn't make any sense anymore. I mean, you could do it.
They were saying Leon Edwards first, and then Dana White brushed off Edwards and said Masvidal. So it seems like the UFC is going to try and put Masvidal and Usman together, but if that falls through, then Leon Edwards would be the backup.
where we stand today, okay? Before the fight happened, I wanted Masvidal to do this weird magical stuff, stay in his BMF lane, and, you know, fight if a Nick Diaz comes back, or if Colby Covington was the champ, I would say yes, just throw that together. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun. I was afraid with Usman because honestly, listen, I know people love the Street Jesus. I know, and he's got quick hands and heavy hands. He can hit hard. He doesn't hit like Colby, so it's gonna be fascinating to see. But let's be honest here. I know Masvidal has takedown defense, but Usman, once he wraps those big fucking banana fingers around him, he's gonna take him down, and he's gonna hump the shit out of him. Yeah. He is going to hump the shit out of Masvidal. With that being said, I'd rather see Masvidal than Leon Edwards. We saw that already. But
we know what the result would be for a Masvidal fight.
How do you not know what Leon Edwards? We saw it already. He beat him.
But Leon Edwards, he was on ARIEL today, and he even said that based off of his first fight, it would be completely different.
You better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Roberto Hernandez.
On times like these, Colby will find out who's on his side. Sad that his gym is broken.
It is interesting to see. I was curious to see if Colby would have came out as a more humble version of himself, but it's clearly not the case.
There's no such thing as a humble Colby Covington. And that's what I was trying to tell you before the fight. Do you recall me telling you, no, it's not going to happen? In no way do I ever see Colby Covington being humbled.
I think only if he won.
In the public eye. But if he won, it would be so fake. Like, even if he tried to pretend he was humbled, it would be so fake. Like, you wouldn't even be able to believe it. That he was actually humble.
I have a feeling if he would have won that belt, I think we would have seen a smidge of humbleness. A smidge.
I don't.
I really do believe that.
It would have been fake.
Well, I mean, I think we would have saw, but it doesn't matter because it's not going to happen. Here's a tweet that Colby put out right after the fight.
It says, normally people do their fucking in the bedroom, not the octagon, at Mark Goddard. I go in there to kill or be killed. You robbed me of that. You robbed the people of a fair fight. You should be ashamed of yourself. Fake nutshot. Fake eye poke. Fake stoppage. Fake ref. Hashtag UFC 245.
So that goes to show you that Colby's character is not leaving. It is in full effect, and he is setting himself up wisely. This is not a stupid move. Now, here's the thing. Even though we're going back and forth, I am not really trolling Colby. I am trolling the fans because the fans, the minions, are jumping on that and just going crazy. Oh, my God. You know what Colby Covington's doing right now? He's doing damage control. Do you think he really believes all this shit? No. Probably not. Especially in an ambulance on the way to the hospital typing this fucking thing on his phone. Yeah. He probably doesn't believe. This is called smart marketing, and he's not a stupid guy. Very smart what he's doing over here. It's the minions. Yeah. It's the followers that are like, oh,
he's keeping people on his side.
Master he's upset. And Master is mad.
You know what's funny? After seeing the chat tonight, he succeeded.
Yeah.
He did his job because this tweet was intended for all the Colby fans who may have fallen off after seeing that fight to stay on his side.
100%.
And he did exactly what he needed to do because after seeing the amount of people who got triggered tonight, just by saying Colby Covington lost the fight fairly, Colby Covington did his job with this tweet. He did exactly what he intended to do.
Oh, Master. Oh, my glorious Master. They stopped it too soon. I will go on Twitter and defend your honor, please.
Oh. Wonderful, wonderful.
That's pretty much what's going on over there. So good for Colby. I'm glad that he's, go take that to your grave, man. Go for it. Who gives a fuck? Make your money.
It's unbelievable. Like, I still can't wrap my head around. It's worse than the Conor effect. This is the Colby,
it's a different thing.
The Colby effect is a whole different aura.
All right, let's let Conor go. We can't talk about Conor here. We have to talk about the other fights in this card because we literally have seconds left.
Yes. Would you argue that Alexander Volkanovski is the greatest featherweight of all time?
No, come on. What are we doing? It's too early to say that.
Well,
who's saying this?
MMA Fighting disagrees.
Oh, my God.
They wrote a whole fucking article
please.
on the fact that Volkanovski is arguably the greatest featherweight of all time now.
You know what? This GOAT thing needs to stop. I think it's time to stop. Volkanovski had a fantastic performance, but to call him the GOAT right now, like what the fuck? He won the belt once?
Well, he only has one loss on his record.
He beat Aldo and he beat Max. That automatically makes him the GOAT. Yeah, so did Conor too. Is he the GOAT too?
Well, I mean, you have used the argument in the past.
A guy just said it in the chat.
Fighter beats top tier fighters.
Yeah, but
you've said before, Khabib couldn't be the GOAT because he's never beat top tier fighters. But now you've got Volkanovski, who has beaten top tier fighters before.
Okay, Conor was in a conversation because he was a double champ already, and we were talking about the 145-pound weight class. No, I'm talking about Conor in this situation because you brought him up.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to McGregor, he was a double champ, and he defeated Aldo. He defeated Holloway. That was the tiebreaker over there. What? Volkanovski just won the belt. What are we doing? I refuse to talk about this.
All right.
I refuse.
Well,
Seriously.
I won't go into it then. All I'm saying, the link to the actual article is on our website, the MMA-Holes.com, and there is an article there from MMA Fighting about Alexander Volkanovski arguably being the best featherweight of all time.
All right. Well, please. I want to blow my brains out. That's ridiculous. Max Holloway took a big L.
Yeah.
Volkanovski looked fantastic in the fight, and Max just laid an egg for sure. I think a rematch is due to happen. I really do. But you can argue anything else. We have the next title fight on the card, Amanda Nunez versus Jermaine'S Randomly. And listen, I was bored out of my fucking mind, but Amanda Nunez did what she had to do. Jermaine had her moments. What did you think of that fight?
I should have expected it. I know I picked Randomly for the win because I wanted to see the upset, but everything in my body was telling me that she probably wasn't going to take the win, so it didn't shock me to see Nunez continue to hold her title. And good for her, man, because she is the GOAT of the women's division. Yeah. If we really had to choose a GOAT, she is it. She's the first ever double champ of the women's division, and I mean, she just continues to impress.
If you want to talk about a farm animal tonight, talk about Amanda Nunez. Talk about her. All right. So here's the deal. We're going to do Save the Show. This show fucking flew tonight.
I know. I got to pee.
Hit me with the wonderfuls in the chat if you want this thing to keep going. And this is how you can keep the show going.
Wonderful.
373 watching right now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this clock over here. Check this out. Dramatic music. There is 4 minutes and 55 seconds left on that clock. Every donation that comes in, we will extend the show that much longer. We want to open up the phone lines and really dive into this card because we have a lot to talk about. Clearly, we have a lot to talk about. So drop a donation, say save the show, and let's get this thing.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Justin Jr.
I'm the man of the hour, to sweet to be sour. I'm the misregret. If you bet against me, you made a bad bet. Save the show. I donated $2 earlier. I have 2 + 2 is 4. Can you make 4 minutes for Save the Show? Well, subscribe to me on YouTube. Justin 962. I can't call tonight.
All right, go give him a sub, and we'll give you 2 minutes since you gave $2. 2 minutes are added on. Make sure you drop a donation, whatever it is. We'll go that much longer. $10, 10 minutes, $5, 5 minutes, $2, 2 minutes,
$100, 100 minutes.
Woo! Link in the description, or you could do the super chat as well. That's back and flowing. All right, Justin. Wow.
We still have so much to talk about.
Yes, baby.
That's my boy, Michael Anzalone. Angel Anzalone is donating.
Oh, shit's about to go down. Let's do this.
Anzalone.
Yes.
Anzalone.
Michael Anzalone. Everybody get crunk.
Anzalone. Michael Anzalone.
Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend. Time out, trolls. Welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Boston grown, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room's stoned. Hold up, save the show, for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
Hell yeah, baby.
Anzalone strong, guys.
STS.
Hashtag Anzalone strong.
Thank you for letting me be a part of this community and making me feel loved and accepted. You guys are I'm doing great up this. I can fly now, guys, like an eagle. Well, more like a dodo. Chris Jesse, see what I did there? Comedy
man.
gold, haha.
Man, that
actually touched.
Let's see what I did there.
That touched me in my special spot. Angel Anzalone. That is
That's an awesome donation.
All right. That was the moderator of the show. He passed away. He just passed away. We sent out. Well, if Jesse, you want to tell the audience real quick? She's in
super chat.
That was awesome.
Harvey.
I just saved $1 on my lawsuit to the show.
There you go, Harvey. I saw Howard Stern was talking about you with the walker with the. You have little tennis balls in the bottom. Yeah. The arrangements. We sent something out.
Yes.
Go ahead. Quick say.
So we just invested on behalf of the entire MMA-Holes community in an arrangement, a flower arrangement that we thought best suited Michael Anzalone. It's got a bunch of colors and stuff that we really feel like represents him and his life and his brightness and his positivity. And we sent it to his mom, Dottie. So hopefully she gets them. And we made it on behalf of the entire community.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let me replay that. Deacon MMA coming in. Hold on a second. Deacon MMA.
Super chat.
Drops to 5 and says, save the show. Vlad called it. Pillow hands. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't even touched really much on the pillow hand aspect
was
of the
that
main
two?
event. That is a $5
$5.
donation. Man, the people are coming in hot. And we still have a minute 35 left. You want to save the show. So, yes, from the community, we have some flowers going over there. We got a nice big arrangement for them, and we did it for you guys.
Yeah.
Because Michael's a really good guy. All right, fuck. Damn, man. A lot of shit going on tonight. A lot of emotions. Raw emotions.
See what I did there? Comedy gold.
Whoever did that donation's a fucking badass.
That was awesome.
That was right on the money. All right, we see a couple more donations coming in over here as the Save the Show has a minute left. So if you want to extend the show any more, drop a donation, say Save the Show. We're going to be opening up the phone lines. How many minutes do we have on here?
25, 6, 29. 29 minutes.
29 minutes.
Come on, we can do better than that.
Let's go, boys
We
and
can
gals.
do better than 29 minutes. The fuck?
Let's see what
I'm
you
here
got.
all night, baby. I'll go for 3 hours if you ask me.
Damn, son, 3 hours. Shit, we're going to have a long one. You know what, with the phone calls open?
I know, it's going to fly by like that at the phone calls.
I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, and we got to get to the rest of the card. Yeah! Conor coming in.
Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd.
Hell yeah, baby.
Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
What?
MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
Hell yeah, Conor.
Save that fucking show, beach. Colby Covington definitely lost. Max is the best featherweight of all time. He will win the rematch, baby. Let's go. Corey Anderson will beat John Jones. Let's go.
Let's go.
There you go. Connor H coming in at the buzzer. Oh, we got a stank breath coming in.
This one counts.
Yeah, give me that stank breath.
Give it to me, baby.
Oh, give me that stank breath. Give me that stank breath. Oh, yeah. Give me that stank breath. Give me that stank breath. Stank breath.
Save the show. Moss early stoppage against KFC, but Conor. Hiko, Alex if he went to 145 toe, but I can't say his name. Oops. Colby jaw is on fire. ANZALONE is strong. Crown.
Hell yeah, Lee W. Hell yeah. Thank you, Lee W. adding the $5.50 onto it. And thank you. I see another donation came in over here. It didn't play yet. So I think I might have to play that. What do we have here? We have 40 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm going to I don't know why this one didn't play, Jess, right? This one didn't play over here. So what the fuck happened? Did you just play it? That's weird.
Proper 12.
And there it is.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of Conor. It's the double champ.
Like foot was up a leon. Proper Irish whiskey. Like foot was up a leon. Yes. Proper 12.
There he
12.
is. Coming back.
Save the show. I'll catch the replay. I'm going to go watch Jumanji.
All right. Jumanji. Good luck with that. And thank you. Look at that. Roberto Hernandez.
That is an hour and 10 minutes, Moss.
Wow. An hour and 10 minutes. That is wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you to the community. Seriously, we thank you so much for being so supportive. And let's fucking party. All right. Jess is going to go pee. I'm going to add the time. An hour and what?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. Here we go, baby. Let's get this party popping. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to do it immediately.
Aw, super chat.
Because I want to hear the people. Jonathan.
He. Horse. Amanda Farm Animal Strong.
Yeah, I think you caught the farm animal thing. So I knew someone would catch that. So this is next week. This is the fight that's going on next week. Edgar versus the Korean Zombie. And then that's it for the UFC. And then we roll right into, you got Bellator. You got, we have a guest coming on that's on Wednesday that's fighting in Risen. On New Year's Eve, you got the PFL and all that shit. 32 days. 32 days until Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone. UFC 246. We got the countdown over here so you can count the days down with us. All right, let me open up the phone lines. This is going to be a good one tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the stoppage, on anything that happened on the main card. We still have to talk about the rest of the card, but we have plenty of time to do that. So here we go. There's the number. The call to show. Put that up top. Whoa, where'd you go? Now it's upside down. Look what you did. Look what you did. There it is. And by the way, there is an audio version of the show on Podbean and iTunes. If you want to just hear the audio version, the Monday and Wednesday show, check us out on Podbean and iTunes. Yeah. Shout out to those people listening over there. Okay, we're going to get this shit popping over here. Now, if you missed my whole rant on, I did like a good 45 minutes on the whole fight. I broke the whole damn thing down. Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. If you missed it, watch the replay so you can catch that whole rant. If not, you want to talk to us live, you can call in. And let me do this. The phone lines. Gonna get the phone lines open so I can talk to you and hear your thoughts on the fights and complain. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. You ready, friends? Now, if you can't get through, just keep calling and eventually you'll get through. 516-522-0267. We want to hear both sides of the situation, the fights that happened this weekend. And here we go, baby. All right, unknown caller, you alive with the MMA-Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
This is Pulse from Texas.
Hello, Pulse from Texas. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I do. You hear us?
Yeah. You know, the same people who were claiming that it was an early stoppage are the same people who were probably claiming that Maymack was an early stoppage.
Yeah.
You know, it's the craziest thing ever. It's like...
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
We got a Harvey Weinstein interruption.
I had to get survey cause my back hurt from carrying the gender pay gap and giving all these women jobs. You're welcome, women's rights and Hollywood. I am a true martyr of female equality. I also feed my plants well because of you.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Thank you, Harvey. I hope everything goes well for you. Okay, Pulse, back to you.
You know, it's just the stupidest argument ever. It's like, you know, Colby, if he was a real man, he would have said, hey, Anna, he would have just said, hey, you know what? I got beat by the better man tonight. But he couldn't even do that. That's how much lack of a man he is, you know?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I'll play devil's advocate over here and say, what about you got to keep it going, right? You took the L. This is your big shot to get it. You were so close to getting it. You got to try to keep your name relevant. Why not throw a tweet out there and kind of ruffle some feathers so you can get thrown back into the mix again? Do you think that was a good marketing move or you think it was a bitch move by him?
He didn't have to talk shit the first time. If, you know, he won his fights. He was the number one contender. He was the rightful number one contender. He beat Maed and he beat Lawler. So he didn't have to talk shit about any of the things he said in the lead up to this fight, and he would have got it anyway. That's why it was like poetic that he got his jaw broke.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Anything else, Pulse?
Yeah, I just want to say rest in peace to Michael Fredo Anzalone, representing Boston Mass to the fullest. That guy was a champion, man. My mob brother.
Hell yeah, man.
Shout out Mike.
That's awesome, Pulse.
Pulse, you're the man. Thanks for the call. There's Pulse. Look at that. And there's Michael Anzalone. Shout out to Michael Anzalone.
You didn't let him a wop bop a loop bop.
Nah, he doesn't. Whoa, I'm celebrating. He doesn't wop bop a loop bop over the Michael Anzalone. That was his tribute. I don't know. I just made that up. All right, Jesse. They're all coming in over here. Let's get this.
405, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Kevin. Oh, your boy lost.
Oh, boy.
Your boy lost.
Let him have it.
He lost, Kevin. It's over. You got to find somebody else to cheer for now. It's over. That D1 wrestling didn't help. He got fucking beat down by a guy that can't even fucking strike. He got beat by a wrestler.
What do you think about that, staying on the feet? I mean, we didn't even touch on that at all yet. I mean, we still got to talk about that. What's your thoughts about that?
He was scared for the takedowns, man. He was scared.
All right, so
he thought he was fighting Robbie Lawler. That's what happened. Only this time, this fucker hit back.
Yeah. Well, make a good point. Why wasn't Robbie really hitting back? Robbie's just walking forward, eating punches. That made no sense, right?
I think Robbie knew he couldn't knock him out, so he's like, fuck it.
Wait, Chrome, do you think that Lawler fight was fixed? Be honest.
Fixed?
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe Lawler was way past his prime. You know?
I think somebody roofied Robbie. That's what happened.
Roofie Robbie Lawler instead of Ruthless?
Yeah, somebody roofied him before the fight started.
Roofie Robbie Lawler.
He was just a fucking robot.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. That I just want to forget that fight. It was insane. Anyway,
yeah,
all right.
Somebody put some horse tranquilizer in this fucking water.
Yeah. All right, Chrome. Thanks for the call, man. That's Chrome. Look at that. Chrome to your dome.
516-522-0267.
Let's talk about that real quick. Two things, and we'll get back into those phone lines. The Robbie Lawler fight, Colby Covington breaks a record with strikes, pushes the pace, and Robbie did look like he was drugged. I don't know what the deal was.
No.
There was something not right. There really was. Robbie was like...
I don't like getting into this.
All right, I know. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about Robbie. I'm not going with that.
No, but the fight in general.
I'm saying the Colby Covington against Robbie Lawler going into this fight over here, the Colby Covington versus Marty Usman. Okay, why?
Why what?
Did they not go to the ground, use the D1 over the D2?
I think they both knew how each other were at wrestling, so they decided to keep it on the feet and give it something interesting, and they did just that.
Jesse, Colby Covington has been saying your wrestling sucks D1, D1, D1 all day. Never even tried. I mean, if it's that good, why didn't he at least try?
Because he knows it's not that good.
The best is the first round of the fight. Usman did like threaten to go for it, and Colby's like he did that face, like but that was it. That was the only thing we got. It's very strange. I want your thoughts. 516-522-0267. Let us know, Jesse. I need to know, right?
Right.
Nerd tears all day. They're falling out of the face of the fans. The Colby Covington fans, Kamaru Usman fans are happy, or the people that just don't like Colby are happy. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like either of them.
732, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
You know who this is.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you made it. All right, let's go. Give it to us. Wait, hold on a sec.
Alrighty. Yeah.
This is the operator speaking. Hold on 1 second. Let me put you through in a sec. Can you hold on?
Don't play that with me again, Moss.
The host will be right with you.
Don't play that. I know what you're doing.
Justin, is this you? You're live with the MMA Holes. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Okay, what's up, man?
You know, I'm having Mark Coleman, the first UFC heavyweight champion, on soon.
That guy's got brain damage. You gonna ask him about all the brain damage he has?
No, but when I called him, when we were setting up an appointment, I could hear it on the call. He kind of stuttered his speaking.
Justin, can you do me a favor here? I need you to ask him, how does he live with brain damage? Can you do that for us?
I'll do that, but that'll be in the fan question.
All right, yeah. As a fan question, say Mystic Moss from the community wants to know, how does it feel living with brain damage?
Okay. I'm writing it down right now.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Jess, you have any questions for Justin?
There we go. I've got it in my Google Docs notes, but...
Okay. Now, Justin, what is your channel?
Justin, why are you so adorable? It's kind of annoying.
It's the best.
I don't know, but...
All right. Oh, just plug your channel real quick, and then we'll get into your points.
No, hold on.
All right.
Yeah, Justin Jr. 962, but Usman Covington, you know, he got dropped, and from someone who's been watching wrestling for 2 years,
mm-hmm.
When you get dropped like that, I've never seen a finish from that position. They go in for the legs, the double legs. That's what Colby was doing. Now, I do think Usman was winning going into the fifth, and I'm not playing into the Colby, you know, fake stuff and all that, but that was an early stoppage. Kamaru was going to win anyway, but, well, you know.
Yeah. Now, I got a question for you, Justin. This is Justin Jr. from the chat, live with the MMA Holes.
Thanks for the sub, Joe Miller.
I can't with this kid.
You're the best. Now, what you always seem like you're a little out of breath here. Do we have to do some cardio? You have a cold, or what's going on, man? Nervous?
You know, I do boxing, but
yeah.
Usually when I call into a show, I usually have my notes ready. So
okay,
when I don't, I get out of breath.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. All right. So,
dude, you're freaking awesome. I hope you make it. I really hope you make it, Justin. I hope you get everything that you want when it comes to the MMA show business.
He's gonna be big time. I know it. I feel it.
JBH, Are you still trying to be a MMA fighter?
No, not at this moment. Thanks for asking, though.
I'm training with the Bellator fighter, so.
You training with a Bellator fighter?
Yeah.
Nice.
Remember that guy, the New York guy?
He's talking about the Manimal.
Manimal.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait. Jesse. Yeah. We can hook you up with him when you come to New York.
What's
that guy's name? John Beneducci.
Oh, you should have him on. You want to interview him?
I'm having him on soon.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm gonna hit his DMs.
Yeah, tell him we sent you. He's a good guy.
All right.
Get back to your points over here, Obed. What do you want to do? Like, what are you talking about? You want some more knowledge over here? You gonna drop on us about the main event?
Yeah. So, you can talk all you want, Colby, but at the end of the day, it's not because you're here to expose anybody. It's not because you were about to get cut. It's to sell the fight. That's really it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the fight, I thought Colby had the first. Second, Kamaru. Third, obviously Kamaru. Fourth, Colby, close. Fifth, 10-8, Kamaru going into the finish.
Okay.
And co-main event, Amanda, she was just relentless with the takedowns. And if anybody out there plays UFC 3, that's the game I was playing while I interviewed Felony.
Okay.
Jermaine, you usually have 90 overall if you're trash in the grappling, and Jermaine has 84 overall.
Mm.
So.
Yeah.
And I think she has like an 80 takedown defense.
Do you find that the video game helps you pick the fights? When I was younger, I used to use John Madden Football to make me more knowledgeable about football. Do you find the UFC game can help you?
It helps me with my combos
a
lot because it also helps Demetrius Johnson.
Okay.
If you look at some of his interviews, he'll say video games help him.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Okay.
I've been on my grind interviewing the fighters lately.
Yeah, I hear.
So I haven't been to the
You're exhausted from all that
boxing
run.
gym, but I'll be back soon.
Tell me about, and I can't wait for that. Tell me when Max Holloway fought Volkanovski, what was your thoughts on that fight? And then we'll let you go.
Obviously, Volkanovski studied him.
Yeah.
And, Max likes to pressure, but you can't pressure as hard when both of your feet are that weak. Those leg kicks were relentless. I feel like Holloway prepared for Volkanovski to have more of a wrestling based game plan. And, when you look at Max Holloway's stats, no one's been able to take him down that much. So, and, the body shots, they did stuff as well, but man, your boy can't pay for the pay-per-view, so I was running off crack streak.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, yeah.
Is this the first time we've ever heard Justin laugh?
Yeah, you can't say that. All right, listen. Whatever you got to do, though. Whatever you got to do to get the job done.
So a couple times it lagged out. So
yeah. Brendan Schaub over here. All right, Justin. Thank you. Get out of here. Go and subscribe to his channel. All right. See you later.
He had one more thing to say.
Say it in the chat.
You fucked him up.
Say it in the chat.
One more thing.
All right, he'll call back 516-522-0267.
I hope my son grows up to be like Justin.
He's great.
He's awesome.
He's great.
So cute.
He's giving you a heads up. Okay, little Brendan Schaub over there. Giving you a heads up where to find the streams.
4 or 5, you're live with MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Dang, Jesus, Justin, man. You got to get some pussy, bro.
What? He's fucking 13.
I'm out the video games and hop in that pussy, bro.
All right. 516.
He's 12. Jesus Christ. He's not even old enough to go through puberty yet.
What's going on? Give us some likes over here. We see 350 watching and you got 98. Unacceptable. 516-522-0267. I want to know some hot takes on the main event. Let me know. Fire us up. Colby Usman, do you like to stop? Do you not like to stop? Legal shots, yada, yada, yada.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Is this Kevin from Chicago?
Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Got a few points to make.
Okay.
You got to get your boy Jermaine Sterling on here so he can explain that stoppage.
Okay.
You heard his take, right?
Yeah, I heard he was pissed. Yeah, I saw it.
So you don't agree with that?
No.
Okay. See, you don't know wrestling. That position is a common position in wrestling. When someone's you're wrapped around their legs and they're sprawled out, and this idea that, oh, just move. You just got to move. Oh, yeah, how easy it is if someone's pressing their hips against you when you're face down. Oh, just move. No, that's a common position in wrestling. Is a stalemate. It usually becomes a stalemate. They bring it back up to your feet. That's a common position. And those punches, you kept saying they're behind the ear, they're behind the ear. No, there was 2 direct punches directly to the back of the head.
Let me ask you a question. In an exchange, and we've seen this a million times with hammer fists, we've seen questionable behind the ear, and then a fighter's moving on the ground, and sometimes it grazes the top of the head, but then they go back to the behind the ear again. We've seen this go on and on within a million MMA fights. You mean to tell me that they should stop all those fights because those are... Do you think he intentionally threw a top of the head strike?
It's becoming more... I don't know if it's intentional or not because you'll never know, but you're right. It's become to where it doesn't even matter. It's like... If he comes into those frantic positions where a guy's almost getting close to finish, or he's in an awkward position, and the guy's just going crazy, throwing everything, and hits him in the back of the head, or there's a need him in the down while he's a down opponent, it doesn't even matter now because the refs don't do nothing. They just let it keep going. There was 2 direct shots directly to the back of the head. After that, then he went to the side of the head. He mixed it up. Like Jermaine Sterling was saying, he was intelligent to defend himself. He had one arm wrapped around the leg, and his other hand was covering up, protecting himself. It's not easy just to move when someone's sprawled out on you. You got 100 pounds on the top of your neck like that. He was trying to ride it out, wait for Usman to move, wait for him to advance his position instead of just sitting there. Those are little arm punches. Those are little rabid arm punches.
Okay.
And another thing people saying, whenever you question a stoppage, the first thing someone says, what do you want to do? You want to kill the guy? You want him to die? All the fights in UFC history, there's never been one death. And this is a common thing. What do you want him to die? Oh, yeah, those little 2-inch arm punches really threatening Colby's life.
Why?
He was really going to die there.
All right, why do you think there has been no deaths? Because they stopped the fight, right? So if they let this go and this one was the death, would you have been happy?
You know how many times fighters put way too much damage? I mean, look at Uriah Faber. The difference between Colby and Uriah Faber, Uriah was actually rocked when he was, his eyes got rolled in the back of his head.
Okay, that's like apples and oranges. We're talking apples and oranges here. We can get into that too. That's a whole different situation. I'm talking about the situation at hand. I'm talking about Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. When they stopped this fight, say if they didn't stop this fight, what is the benefit of them not stopping this fight? Please tell me what that is. 50 seconds left.
The title on the line.
Okay.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. They know what they sign up for.
What was going to happen? What was going to happen? Please tell me what was going to happen. He was on his knees.
Kamaru was going to get tired from punching, and it was going to go back to being a stalemate. It was going to get into maybe a different grappling exchange.
Okay.
Maybe Colby puts up against the cage and he stands up. Who knows what would happen?
He still would have lost the round,
Hold on a second. Did he not get dropped 2 times before that? Was his jaw not broken? Did Mark Goddard not warn him to pretty much defend himself in that position? I mean, this is the 5th round. This is not the first. If this is the first round, you have a legit argument. This is the 5th round of a war, okay? And the situation that led up to this, all the pieces that led up to this situation, even if they didn't stop this fight, he wasn't going to win this fight. I don't like to predict what's going to happen, but in this situation, he wasn't going to win with under 50 seconds left in that position. He might have been able to get back up.
I'm not saying he would have won.
Okay, so
who knows what the judges' scorecards is?
So
who knows what it was? Now we know, but at the time we didn't know who was up and when. It was 3-1 apiece.
So what are you saying?
So what is your argument?
That it was a bad stoppage. They should have let it go. I know on the scorecards Usman would have won. I'm talking about the stoppage. That's the point.
But why are you arguing it?
What
are you arguing about? Here's the thing: if he was winning,
arguing is that it was a bad stoppage. That's the point. It was a bad stoppage. Period. He would have won, but it was still a bad stoppage. He was still fighting.
If he would have died in that situation, Okay, if he would have 5 rounds of fighting, dropped twice, and Mark Goddard let it go, and he got hit with a shot that fatally killed him, you would have been happy with that. That's another what-if situation. If you want to go, what if he'll win that fight? What if he died?
Think Colby was in danger of losing his life.
The ref,
he was in danger of losing his life.
His jaw was broken. He got dropped 2 times. You got guys in boxing that get killed from fucking 10, 12-ounce gloves. This man had 4-ounce gloves and was fucking coconut crack in his head.
How many
he could have fucking died. So what is the argument here?
History.
You're arguing something. He was going to lose the fight. He was going to lose the fight. So I do not understand. What is the argument?
History. Regardless of whatever happened in UFC history, it's not impossible for anything to happen now.
There's never been one death because they stopped the fight.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't matter
what the fuck.
But regardless, even if there was, it doesn't matter what happened in UFC history. This is now. This is this time. This is what happened now. It can still happen. People can still die inside the octagon. In fact, some people have come incredibly close to dying inside the octagon. So you can say all you want until you're blue in the face that it's never happened in UFC history. Sure, it's never happened in UFC history, but it will. He was saying the same thing over and over again, and I was saying all different things, telling him all the reasons why they stopped this fight. Was it the best stoppage in the world? No, it wasn't the best. Was it the worst stoppage in the world? No, it wasn't the worst. It was like right in the middle over there. 5 rounds, knocked down 2 times with a broken jaw, losing the fight. Come on. I have respect for you, Kevin. I have respect that you called in and that you were able to state your side of the story, and you know, more power to you. I respect that. But what I don't understand is you were arguing that it was a bad stoppage, but at the same time you said Covington would have lost.
There was no point.
So, like, what was the point of your argument? Yeah, you could argue it was a bad stoppage all you want, but it was still stopped, and Covington would have still lost even if it wasn't stopped.
And he brought up Aljamain Sterling, right? He brought up Aljamain Sterling, and Aljamain Sterling brings up good points too. But what is the point? Okay, you're trying to prove that it was a bad stoppage. Okay, you could argue it was good and you can argue it bad. In that situation, it was a fine stoppage. This was not the beginning of the fight. If this was the first round, right, and things is just unraveling, we don't know what's going on, you let it go a little bit here. But he got dropped 2 fucking times with a broken jaw. He clearly was not in it.
Just said what I'm reiterating. He said exactly Colby was losing regardless, so it stopped. Who cares? Exactly. And this is what we keep saying over and over again. Whether you argue it was a good stop or a bad stop, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Colby was losing that round. He would have lost regardless. So your argument is irrelevant. You're making a mute point right now. There's no need to make. You're just arguing to argue. You understand this. You are arguing to argue.
Here's the thing. You lost the fight regardless of the situation. All right. 516 and get both sides in. We want to hear the good and the bad. 516-522-0267. Get a call in.
Now, if you could argue Colby won that round, then that's a completely different argument.
That was an argument going out there, too. They're saying, well, Colby won 3 minutes in that round.
Because now we're not talking about whether the irrelevancy of the stoppage was good or bad. We're talking about who actually won that round. That's something that you could argue.
I got to take a piss. I'll be right back. Jesse's going to man the lines. Good luck.
Volkanovski's talk. Let's see. Tito stole my Amazon package. Fook the Nightbot. Look at Colby's face. He was done. LOL. Colby lost to a black man. Black man was superior. No, Jess, he's just saying it was a bad stoppage for the record, not that it would change the fight. That's what I'm saying. And that's what we're all saying. Yeah, I think you're missing my point. All right, and I know that you're a regular in the chat, so I'm not going to light you on fire. But that's the point. I understand that he's arguing it was a bad stoppage, but what's the point of arguing a bad stoppage if you know for a fact Colby Covington lost that fight anyways? There's no relevancy in that argument. Yeah, and like Ma said, it wasn't even a bad stoppage. So you're arguing to argue. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if it was arguable that Covington won that round, and then you're saying, oh, it was a bad stoppage, then I could see, all right, you know, now you have a little bit of an argument here. But Colby lost regardless. So there's no sense in the argument. It makes no sense. You guys are just speaking to have your voice heard. All right, here we go. 270, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Jess, what's happening?
What's up? Who is this?
This is Eric.
Eric.
I appreciate y'all answering. Eric,
all right.
Yes.
What's on your mind?
I was wanting to call you. Yeah, okay, I got a few things.
Okay.
I was going to talk about this fight. I don't understand what's wrong with these people.
Man,
I'm beginning to think.
You can go to sleep. Man, you need to back up and you can go to sleep too.
Wait, hold on 1 second. We got a donation coming in.
I think that they hate
about
Kamaru
that Moreno
Usman
versus Cara France fight? I think the winner, which is Moreno, is going to fight Benavidez for the interim title.
All right, hold on. A donation came in. Jesse, what did he say?
Connor said, "How about Moreno versus the Cara France fight? I think the winner, which is Moreno, is going to fight Benavidez for the interim title."
All right. Yeah, we can get into that. Well, let's get to this call real quick. Thank you, Connor Hernandez.
Okay, go ahead, Eric.
Okay, thank you. I'm all I was saying was like, I believe the people just don't like Kamaru Usman so bad that they want to pull for somebody else. You know, I don't think he'll ever get over with the people. But these Colby Covington fans, what do they think, that he was going to be like Popeye? Pull out a thing of spinach and then all of a sudden turn it around? He should have got stopped after the first knockdown.
Exactly.
You know, his jaw was broke. He was on his knees. He's never been knocked down twice like that before. And then these people are crying still. I think it's because they hate Kamaru Usman so much. You know, I don't know.
Back up, you're going to go to sleep.
Hold that thought, man. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. We got another donation.
Allowing Kevin to continue talking was an example of a bad stoppage. He should stick to WWE.
Thank you, Common Sense. Sorry, a donation came in. Go ahead. Continue your thought. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's awful. Like that last call, that guy had no point at all. You know what I mean? Oh my God, when they keep saying that, it's just I don't know. I don't think Kamaru Usman will ever get a fair shot, and I hate it for him because I know he is boring, kind of. He's just like Tyron Woodley was too. But I'm hoping Jorge Masvidal will fight him and knock him out, because he does have the knockout power to knock him out if he don't get mauled. You know, because that division needs a spark.
Man, you know, back up, you're going to go to sleep. Man,
well, you're bringing in. Hold on, man.
Too.
You're bringing in the donations. Hold on a second. These people are donating like crazy while he's on the phone. True Grit's coming in.
All right.
Let's see. True Grit says...
It doesn't matter that he was losing round and would lose the fight by decision. The stoppage sets a bad precedent. It's not up to the ref to decide. Well, he's going to lose by decision anyway.
All right, we'll address that in a second. Unless you want to address the caller. Did you hear that?
Eric, I couldn't agree with you more, man. And you said exactly what I was saying. This is an echo. You said exactly what I was saying about
it was awful. His jaw was broke. I don't know why people don't understand that. He just got worse for the man.
Yeah.
You know?
I think this is a situation where nobody will ever understand the Covington fans' side, because Covington fans clearly their one agenda is to defend Covington, whether they're right or wrong. So I couldn't agree with you more with your argument.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I hope Jorge Masvidal does fight, and I hope he wins, because he would be great. He would be a great champion, I think, and I think that division needs some spark really bad. People just they didn't like Woodley, and they don't like Usman either. I don't really get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's wild. It really is wild. All right, man. Thank you for the call.
Moss, let me ask you one question. Did you think Max Holloway got beat? Do you really think he lost that? Do you think I thought it was close enough that I don't think he should have lost his belt. Really? I thought it should have been a draw at least.
Wow.
I hope they run it back for Max.
There's a good chance they will.
Beat that bad, you know.
That's interesting. No, I think he did.
You got to beat the champion to get the belt. You know, you got to decisively, to get a belt from somebody. You know. Yeah,
I agree with that too. But in this situation, I don't know. I only watched the fight once, and in real time, I was just down on Max. I was rooting for Max, but it just seemed like Volkanovski outworked him in every way, in my opinion. You know. I think they got it right.
Kicks were there and stuff,
Yeah. All right, man.
It was a strange night, but thank you.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Eric.
A couple of things I want to touch on with that. All right, so
he made every point that I had mentioned. So, I mean, this is I'm sorry, I kind of cut you off, but this is what I'm getting at is there's more people who think this way than there are who think Kevin from Chicago's way. And it's not an attack on you, Kevin. I think you are very valuable when you call in and stuff. It's just, I don't think you're seeing the big picture here. And I think you're so narrow-minded when it comes to the Covington fan. It's not an insult. You're allowed to be a fan of whoever you want. But I think you're so horse blinder when it comes to Covington and defending Covington and why it was a bad stoppage and this and that. And you have all these arguments, but you're not really looking at the big picture here. And I think there's a vast majority of people who are. And that's where this communication barrier exists.
I honestly, Colby sends out the tweet, and that fires everyone up on top of people having their own opinions. People watch that fight, and they saw a stoppage. I've been guilty of this, too. I've watched fights where I was super hard on one side. I'm like, that stoppage sucked. I've been guilty of that, so I understand where they're coming from.
But were you open to the opposing side's arguments as to why it did not?
In situations, I have been biased. I am a fan, so I can sympathize to certain sides of situations.
And that's fair.
Okay? But in this situation here, I legit looked at this fight 3 times. I'd rather see Colby Covington as a champion. I just think Kamaru Usman's better. It doesn't really matter what I think in the situation. It matters what happened in the situation here. You look at Alistair Overeem versus Rozenstruik. You look at that stoppage over there. I think there is a slight case in that situation. Okay? And that is even questionable because I think they got it right that time. But I think you have a little bit more of an argument. And the reason being is Overeem was clearly winning that fight. There, judges, no judges. Overeem was beating Rozenstruik. Yeah. Legit beating him into the 5th round with seconds left. Like, legit seconds left in a fight. Overeem kind of wobbled back up. Rozenstruik is supposed to stop when the ref stops him. He didn't. He walked off. In that situation, you can make an argument. You can. Now, I think they got it right with the stoppage, but I'm 50-50 on that. If you argue the other way, you can make that argument. In this situation here, Colby was getting his ass whooped. Like, I mean, listen, was it the greatest stoppage? It wasn't the greatest, but it was the right stoppage. Let's be honest. Apples and oranges, the situations here. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
You know what I think it is, too? I honestly think that a lot of Covington fans, after this fight, they think that it's over for Covington. They think it's over for Colby. He's not going to have this hype anymore. He's not going to have the draw.
No one thinks
and things like that. No, the Covington fans. And I think that's why they're so hard to defend Covington right now. This is my opinion. But I feel that I feel like some people are maybe not recognizing that Covington has a huge draw still.
No one thinks that, Jesse.
Thank you for.
I mean, if anyone thinks that in chat, back her up. But I honestly believe no one thinks that.
But this is your opinion.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think he comes out great after this fight. Seriously, he took a major L, and somehow we're still talking about him. He did what he had to do. He's going to be right back into the mix. Not a problem. Not a problem. He'll be right back in the mix. If you're a Covington fan, you should be celebrating. Your boy got knocked out. Oh, hold on a second. We got the bat phone ringing. It is Lee Ward coming in on the bat phone. What's up, Lee? Lee, hear us.
My name is Troll. Covington got put in this hole.
There you go. What's going on, my man?
I think no. Usman's on EPO.
There, I love that. Is that an original?
An MMA-Holes original, baby.
Beautiful. All right, man. What's going on from Ireland calling in?
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday breakdown, I was like, oh, Moss, don't be dick, right? And then tonight you just cleared it up perfectly. I agree with all your points. The nut shot, I think, was on the belt. So everything other than that, I think, was spot on.
I mean, listen. So let's be serious here. In this situation, like we were saying before you even called, they both look fine in this situation. Colby takes an L, and we could ride him and make fun of him, but he's going to be right in the back in the mix again because of how it went down, and he's playing this angle, and he's got the fans fired up. So we're still talking about him. I think he's just fine.
It's a beautiful fight.
Yeah, and talk about how great this fight was, right? Wasn't it fun to watch?
Oh, it was fantastic. Now, I would have liked to see maybe one round of them on the ground, just to see who was D1, D2, solve that bullshit argument,
Yeah.
But I'm very happy. If that was wrestling, I'd watch that every day of the week.
Absolutely. Maybe when they run it back, maybe we'll see a lot more of their wrestling. What do you think, Jesse? Do you think we'll see the wrestling if they do it again?
Probably not.
No?
No.
Another
not straight away, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I also... Coleman was pretty good as well. I advised Masvidal, though, to stay away from Usman. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think Usman at 170, no one's touching him right now. I know everyone's on the Masvidal train, but no one is touching Uzi.
No.
He's that good. But, all right, man.
Yeah, so.
Thank you, Lee. Anything else?
No problem. I had other things, but I forgot after I said thank you.
All right, well, let us know in the chat then. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, no problem. See you later.
Yeah,
he has such an innocent giggle.
Now, if you're in another country, that's how you do it. Call us up a video call on Hangouts, and we can answer it that way. All right, Jess, I got to ask you this question now.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman and what the other caller said before, saying that maybe just people hate Kamaru Usman. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not even like they like Colby Covington. They just can't stand Usman.
That's what Eric was saying.
And I see it. Some people don't like him. You know, his swag, his style. Some people are not into his shtick.
Yeah.
I think coming out of this fight, I actually like him more. Before I was like, his post-fight press conference, he was a class act.
I did not get to see it.
Oh, he was a class act. He didn't. He had every chance to throw Colby under the bus, and he didn't. He kind of gave him a little respect, and he kind of laughed off whatever they try to lead him in a direction. He was cool with it.
I did hear though that Kamaru buried himself during the post-fight press conference about Masvidal.
He said he thought he thought Leon Edwards. What did he say about Masvidal? I don't remember.
I found something in here, in my news.
Yeah, refresh my memory on this.
Let's see. I just gotta make sure I got it right. UFC 245 Kamaru Usman anoints Leon Edwards as the next title contender, but Dana White says massive Jorge Masvidal fight.
Yeah. So he didn't say. I mean, he would take him too. He said, but yeah, Dana White wants Masvidal, and I think that's bad for business. I really do. Masvidal. You think about what happened with Maya.
Someone in the chat said people were trying to say he was dodging Masvidal.
Listen, you know what he's trying to do to Masvidal? He's trying to save his life. I like Jorge Masvidal, but let's let him ride that train a little bit. Let him make some money. He comes in with Kamaru Usman, he's going to get humbled. I mean, listen, he's going to get humbled. I think you might have a little better of a shot with Leon Edwards because of, Leon Edwards looks like a lot better of a fighter, but he lost too. I mean, anyway, let's go back to the point of, Tyron Woodley, we had the same problem. A lot of people didn't like Tyron Woodley and were rooting against him, and I understand that. But I like Kamaru better than Tyron as a champion. He's starting to grow on me a little bit. Mm-hmm. He could beat you on the feet, and he could beat you on the ground, right? He could knock you out. He could submit you. He could ground and pound you. He could do it any way he wants to do it, any way he desires. He's a classy guy. He's talking shit, but he keeps it at a classy level, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's not a bad welterweight champion right now. It's interesting. I mean, does it sell pay-per-views? Does it put asses in the seats? No, he needs a dance partner.
Yeah, probably not.
But maybe in time he becomes a marketable champion. I don't know.
I think after this fight, he definitely has amped himself up a little bit as far as marketing goes.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens next. But let's look at the welterweight. And we're going to open up the phone lines. Don't worry. And thank you for joining us on this lovely Monday night. Make sure you liked. Did they like the video? Let's see. Oh, 110. Let's beat the shit out of the ceiling. We haven't done this.
Woo!
What are we waiting for? How do we miss this?
Wonderful.
Let's go.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. Let's go. 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
We're going to open the phone lines back up in a second. Thank you for the likes, guys and gals. Keep on liking away. Let's have some fun tonight. All right, so this is next week. We'll talk about this more on Wednesday. But when it comes to Usman as a champion, I'm not worried. I'm not too worried. I like him a little bit better than Woodley, and people are going to hate him, but that's what you want. You want a champ that people like and people hate. That's what you need.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't think he's as marketable as Adesanya, but I like his style. I really do. All right, let's get some more calls in over here. What's the number, JBH?
516-522-0267. Get on the lines. Let us know what you think about Usman versus Covington or the other fights on the card. 805, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
All right, let's get some more calls.
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Eric.
Eric, can you turn the stream out and down in the background, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, man. What's on your mind?
I just want to say shout out to Kevin from Chicago for having the right opinion.
Okay. I take it you're a Colby fan.
What?
I take it you're a Colby fan.
No, not at all.
Not at all. What's on your mind then?
That was great. He just hung up.
What the fuck? He just wants to shout out Kevin.
I think Kevin's got a lover. 516-522-0267. Kevin, you're hit with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
The Kevin from Chicago channel is going to get started up, and that is your first subscriber right there. 516-522-0267. Call the show. Let us know your thoughts.
Is this Chrome to your dome?
What's up?
What's up, Crow? He's got like the speed dial
Hey,
line.
shout out to the other caller, Lee Harvey Oswald. Hey, I'm with you, brother. There was a second shooter.
What?
Okay. Awesome.
Hey, the main event, it was a terrible stoppage.
Terrible stoppage, okay?
I wish they would have had it ended in a double knockout. That way I wouldn't have to see neither one of these fucking idiots anymore.
You don't like either of them, huh?
No, I think Jackoff Neal, he's going to be the next champ.
He's good. Hey, wow, the next champ? That's really, I mean, he just knocked out Mike Perry. You think he's going to be the next champ,
He's
huh?
going to kill everybody. He's the Kamaru, everybody. He's the real Wakanda. BBC, he's coming to the top.
All right. Hey, it looks pretty damn good.
With that name, dude, Jackoff Neal, come on, bro. I can get behind a guy like that.
Jackoff
He's
Neal.
a super thug, bro. They're gonna make a new fucking Black Panther after him.
Okay. There we go. I would like to see him rise up, man. The guy he's fucking nasty.
I mean, he looks like TRT Vitor right now, but
Yeah, this guy's juiced up. Like EPO going on, you think?
There'll be a lot more USADA testing.
Yeah. All right. So Jeff
Jack
Neal, the next champ.
Neal, he's going to be the champ.
So you think Usman's going to hold the belt until he meets Jackoff Neal, and then it's a wrap?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Jackoff Neal, champ. 2021. He's going to be your champ by the beginning of January 2021.
What do you think, Jess?
Oh, man. To each their own, my man.
You don't agree?
To each their own.
Jesse.
Jackoff Neal, that's a great name. That's a great champ.
That is a great name.
Chrome, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you used to eat those puffs when you were a baby?
Those Cheeto Puffs?
You know those baby puff snacks? Because there's a new study that...
I don't fucking know.
There's a new study out that they found metal, like types of metal in baby puffs and baby food that it impacts the brain development when you're a baby.
You think Chrome's a victim of puffs?
I think you're a victim of baby food and baby puffs.
Puffs to the
No, I was just beat as a child. I was just beat.
Beaten.
I got beat like a fucking pinata.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Chrome.
That's how kids should be raised now. They need, like Kevin. Kevin should have been beat like a pinata. Maybe
He probably wasn't spanked. Yeah, you're right. All right, get out of here. 516-522-0267.
I'm sure there's a lot of victims of baby puffs in the chat.
Do you think Jeff Neal is the next champion? I mean, I think it's a little too early for that, but who knows? When Jeff Neal, see where Jeff Neal is? This is when before this, we were jumping on Kamaru Usman. So maybe he is the next guy. I don't know. Look at the rankings. It's kind of slim pickings, though, when you look at 170. You got Tyron Woodley, you got Covington, who I really do believe they should fight. You got Masvidal hanging out. You got Leon Edwards. Or Leon Scott. Rafael Dos Anjos, who's just pretty much lost to everyone over here. Damian Maia, who came off that win against Ass Cream. What about Ponzinibbio? What the fuck has he been doing lately? Feels like Ponzi doesn't fight at all. Wasn't he like bedridden somewhere? And like this guy, why are we not talking about him?
Because he just came off of 2 surgeries.
Yo, Ponzi is a beast.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
This is Flaming Dragon. For $50 million, we give you Simple Jack back.
What? What'd he say?
I don't know. It sounded like DB
This
Cooper.
is Screaming Dragon?
I think so. Yeah, I think it sounded like DB Cooper.
Sound like Van Chipman.
I don't know. Anyway, call us up, 516.
Screaming Dragon? Is that what he said?
Squeaming Dragon.
Screaming Dragon?
Squeaming Dragon.
For 50 cents?
That's DB Cooper for sure, right? It's gotta be. The resurrection.
832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
It's Pulse again.
What's up, Pulse?
What's up?
What's going on?
I was gonna ask, if they do book Usman versus Masvidal, and Usman wins, does he get the BMF title too?
He
Oh,
should.
man.
That'd be great.
That's a good question because it's not a weight division. That's just a different... That is a good question. Does he?
No, it's not on
It's
the
not
line.
a weight division belt.
No, it's a novelty. They should throw it in
And it's
there.
a belt that Jorge is retaining right now. So if you think about it, Usman should get that belt.
That belt
theoretically he should get that belt.
That belt they got from like a quarter machine where you just you turn the knob and
they
you
paid $50,000 for that belt.
That's bullshit. That belt. It's so silly.
It's a $50,000 belt that Jorge is holding right now.
It's gonna collect dust somewhere.
That's a good question, man.
I don't think I say no. Jesse said yes, I guess. But
I would think so. I mean, it would make the most sense.
The BMF. Who do you think would win that fight if they made it happen? Usman or Masvidal?
I would favor Masvidal in that fight, actually.
All right. You seen a knockout or something, or?
Yeah, knee to the head. Another knee to the head.
By Usman, he said?
No, Masvidal.
Masvidal?
Who does have the knee. Yeah, he can come in flying in with something.
Get the fuck out of here.
Kamaru.
Masvidal's not winning that fight.
Man, all I think about is that Damian Maia fight. How he just fucking snuggled on him. I see Usman doing the same thing, but worse. Like, I feel like there's not going to be striking Usman. There's going to be Snugglefest Usman. He's going to get in there.
How about Leon Edwards versus, like Prone said, Jack off Neal? If they fought each other, who do you think wins?
Dude, that's a great fight.
Edwards.
Jeff Neal versus Edwards? That's a fucking great
Edwards
fight.
would hump him.
But Edwards does look pretty good.
Yeah, he's been doing great. I would put Edwards. Jeff Neal's got the striking power, but I would put Edwards for the win because Edwards would probably take him to the ground.
You know, I love how people are hating on 170, but we're in trouble here with this weight class. I mean, we need Usman to do good here because if you look at it, Tyron Woodley has been stripped. Maybe he can make a bounce back. I'm sure he's still got something left. Colby Covington got his nuts clipped. You got Jorge Masvidal sitting at 3, Leon Edwards, Rafael Dos Anjos, Damian Maia, Ponzinibbio, Steven. I mean, it's not like a murderer's row anymore. Everyone's kind of been clipped at one point. Ponzinibbio is the only guy, if he was active, you could throw him in the mix. And Wonderboy looked good when he bounced back. So maybe Wonderboy can make one more run before he bows out. I don't fucking know. But what do you think? Who would be the one to clip? So you're saying Masvidal is the guy. He's the guy that will be the 170 champ.
Yeah, I think he's a good chance he beats Usman. But as far as that fight goes, you know, everybody was, because they're grappling dominant, so everybody was just assuming that it was going to be a spoon fest for 25 minutes. That was a hell of a fight, though.
Yeah, it was great.
You know? And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great fight. And because I forgot to mention the last time, a wop, bop, a loop, bop, a lock, bam.
Thank you. 516-522-0267. Jesse, who do you think is going to be the one that swipes that away from Usman, that belt, that shiny belt?
Absolutely fucking nobody.
He's going to have it for a while. I think this is what's going to happen. The only way Usman loses this belt is if he's inactive and they throw like an interim strap or they strip him for some reason. Or what about GSP?
He's not coming back. Hold
on.
Get GSP out of your head.
Okay. The only reason why he's in my head is because Kamaru Usman brought him up.
So?
If
Khabib brought him up too, and that never happened.
If Kamaru Usman wins one more fight, he beats GSP's record, right? In straight wins at 170. And would it be something if he did it against GSP? It'd be something else. That would be something. That would be a story and a half right there. I don't think GSP comes back unless it's a flashy money fight, but it is something to talk about because I don't think we've seen the last of him. All right, 516-522-0267. We got to get into the rest of the card as well, but let me know your thoughts. Jesse wants to hear your beautiful voices. We missed a lot of people over here. 400 people still hanging. Unknown caller, welcome to the show. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Yo, it's Savage.
Savage, what's up?
Now, you know, I was the biggest fucking Colby supporter in the chat, but come on, guys. You got to stop. It was a fair stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, were you surprised when you saw the, like, everyone going crazy online? Like, did you expect something like this to happen? Or, like, after watching that fight, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I knew people were going to be butthurt about it, but, you know, as much as I want to argue that, you know, I can't. It was fair.
So you're saying good stoppage. Yeah. Okay. What
I
about...
don't think he was going to do anything. Well, I would like to see him, like, give him, like, another few seconds, but it is what it is. He lost. Deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're a Colby fan, you can't be... This is not a horrible situation. I mean, it sucks you lost to Usman. That's not cool, but at the same time, everyone's talking about him. He's still in the picture. He could still be the bad guy, you know?
And it's not like, you know, he got knocked out in the first round or something. You know, he put up a hell of a fucking fight. That was a great fight, both of them. You know, props to them both.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what sucks, though. We are talking about all this bullshit that happened during the fight, and we're not really digging into how great that fight actually was.
No, like you said, I thought it was going to be hump fest. Dude, that was a fucking slugfest.
Yeah, I told Jesse as I was watching it for the third time, I says, this could be fight of the year. This legit, like, I was mesmerized. The whole lead up to this fight and then hitting the fight, no takedowns. It was all on the feet, and they both showed that they could strike. It was fun.
Yep, definitely. I would like to see some fucking wrestling, though.
Yeah. Well, maybe the rematch.
I wanted to see who was better.
Sure. Well, listen, you got a chance to gloat because you got the co-main event, right? What do you think about the Volkanovski?
Volkanovski. I told you.
Yeah.
Now, Max is saying the judges made the wrong decision. I don't agree with that. I think they made the right decision.
Well, we had a caller that said that they thought that Max won that fight. Now, I disagree. I think they got it right, too. But what do you think about that? People lobbying for Volkanovski losing this fight.
Go watch the fight again. Pay better attention.
Yeah, you look at the numbers.
Volkanovski clearly had a game plan, executed it.
Absolutely. You look at the numbers. Total strikes 157 to 135 in favor of the Volk. Significant strikes, the same thing. 157, 134. I mean, it was pretty much on one side. He worked the legs. He worked the head. He did what he had to do to get the win.
Shout out to Sean Hart. He also called it.
Yep. Good stuff. So Aussies are looking good. New Zealand people. What are they called? New Zealanders? Jesse, did we figure it out?
New Zealanders?
Kiwis.
What are they? We don't know what the people are called. We're just going to go with New Zealanders. Yeah.
Kiwis.
Kiwis?
Isn't that what they call them?
Oh, maybe. Dingoes?
Pretty sure.
Dangos. What else? Anything else in your mind?
Shout out to memory of ANZALONE.
Hell yeah, man.
Hope you rest in peace.
Yeah, Michael. The best.
There'll be another like him.
Not at all. And we found out that his mom is just as sweet as him. So now we know where he got it from. Great guy.
Yeah, I'll bet. It's probably whole family. He's probably sweet as hell.
Yeah. Good people. So, yeah, we sent something out in honor of the Holes. So we all represent. And I think
thanks for that.
They were really, you can tell, they were really, well, the mother was very emotional and very thankful to this community. So the fact that you guys were so supportive of Michael and dropped the ANZALONE strong in the chat, baby. It really
ANZALONE strong.
It helped him out. It did. It really helped him out. So it's really cool.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, Junkie. Anything else?
Hashtag Angel ANZALONE. Later, stop mess.
All right, Drunk Savage. Hey, if you don't know, tell the people that are coming in.
Super chat.
After Mr. Baratheon donates.
Usman still sucks terribly as a person. Heart. Michael.
He don't like him. Explain who Michael ANZALONE is just to the people that are new to the community.
He was our wonderful, wonderful moderator and a very close friend of ours. And he passed away on Friday morning after he had a stroke. He's having a lot of health problems. So, unfortunately, we lost Mr. Mikey, but we know he will always be with us in spirit. He's going to be buried with his MMA-Holes t-shirt on. And, yeah, we just, yeah.
That's how crazy this is. Buried with his MMA-Holes t-shirt on. I mean, this community, it's a powerful thing, man. It really is. It's so much fun to do this with you guys, and it's devastating when we lose one of our soldiers. And Mike was like, he was the top dog.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace, Miguel. All right, I do want to touch on the rest of the card here, dabble into some stories.
Super chat.
Before the show's over, super chat.
Cowboy versus McNuggets should be on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, that's not happening. But I'd be down for that. No pay-per-view. Don't have to pay for that. What do you think?
No.
No? What do you mean no? You want to pay for it?
Too many pay-per-view buys from Connor to put it on ESPN Plus.
But selfishly, I want it on ESPN Plus.
Well, we all want it on ESPN Plus.
Be nice. All right, I don't know what that symbol is in the chat, but oh, they're diamonds. Hell yeah. Love those diamonds. All right, let's just look at the rest of the card, and then we'll get into the stories. So you have Marlon Moraes versus Jose Aldo. We didn't even get a chance to talk about this yet. Jesse, look at this. I was looking at the statisticals. Now, who did you think won this fight? Oh, actually, we know, but...
Moraes.
Oh, really?
Oh, I said I wouldn't have been surprised if they went with Aldo by split, but Moraes.
Wow, you said while we were on air that you thought Aldo
I said
won.
on air that I wouldn't have been surprised if it leaned towards Aldo, and that's why I was so, like, on the edge of my seat, because I didn't know which way it would go.
All right, it's a little different, but all right. Aldo, a lot of people thought that I was cool either way. It didn't really matter to me.
It's all that different.
Moraes won the fight according to the judges, and if you look at the strikes over here, you know, that kind of says a different story. 63 total strikes to 59, 59 significant strikes to 58 in favor of Moraes. You got one takedown for Moraes, nothing of significance there, but I mean, very, very close fight. 98%. So 58 distance strikes, 57. Super, super close in the clinch. One each. And it pretty much was on the feet. Not many leg kicks, which I was surprised. I thought Aldo would have been tossing some leg kicks around. Moraes had a very good first round. And then everything else was pretty questionable. It could have went either way. But Moraes gets the win. And Jose still looks good at 135. People are still interested in that. Go to the next one. Peter Yan versus Uriah Faber. Jess, what did you think about the carnage in this fight?
I loved it. I thought that, in fact, this fight was more competitive than I thought it would be. I thought Jan was just going to run him over, but Faber put up a hell of a fight.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
You know, Dana White's like, listen, he's 40. What else does he have to prove? This and that. I tell you what, this is going to make some new Faber fans. He looked great until he got fucking annihilated. He looked great in the first round. He was fresh. He was popping around, sticking and moving, cracking Peter Yan. But this is just how good Yan is. He waits for his opportunity. He slowly gets his chances, and then he makes you pay. Peter Yan is dangerous. No mercy. All right, go to the next fight over here. And preliminaries. Jeff Neal pummels Mike Perry in the first round, just completely annihilates him. Were you surprised by that, Jess?
Not at all. No. In fact, it's funny because we were talking about how crazy Jeff Neal really was. So it wouldn't have been a surprise at all to see him run over Perry.
Jeff Neal is legit. Or Jerk-Off Neal. What are they calling him?
Jack off.
Jack off Neal? Yeah.
Wonderful,
That's
wonderful.
What the chat is saying. Early stoppage, Uriah was getting up. I mean, I'm surprised we're not hearing that, right? Feckin' goober. I'm surprised. You got this one over here, Caitlin Vieira over Irene Aldana. Well, listen, this fight over here, hold on a second. I want to show some stats. This fight over here, Aldana, we were going into this fight saying, hey, listen, this thing is going to be a decision. This is going to suck. The latest fights aren't that great. And what happens? Irene Aldana smokes her in the first round. Like, legit smokes her. Number 10 versus number 2. Well, someone's moving up the rankings. Now, you weren't surprised by this, were you? I mean, you like Aldana.
No, I wasn't surprised. Yeah, I'm on Aldana's side 100%.
Yeah, Vieira's a really good number 2 ranked fighter, and she just got fucking lit up in the first round. This card was fire. Ian Heinisch taking the L against the Wolverine, Omari Akhmedov. Taking that L. Got a decision loss. Matt Brown versus Ben Saunders. Complete shite of a fight. But Matt Brown's like, okay, enough. I got to finish you. Ben Saunders looked like complete ass. So Matt Brown gets the old man victory. This kid, Chase Hooper. Damn. Do you think this kid's future is bright or what, Jess?
I would think so.
Kid's good. This kid just worked Tamer. Worked him real good. He is only 20 years old and gets the win in the first round. Shit. Finish on Daniel Tamer. We have Brandon Moreno versus Kai Kara France, which is a banging fight. Early prelims. These guys were throwing down, and we got the decision win by Brandon Moreno. And then Jessica Ai, who came in overweight, took out Vivian Araujo and Puni.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Punahele Soriano, coming from the Contender Series, getting the win, the knockout first round over Oscar Piachota.
Oscar.
No, they call him Oscar.
But it's Oscar.
Well, I'm just trying to say it professionally. All right, Jesse, we have 10 minutes left, but let's get to some stories here, for God's sakes. I mean, we got a lot of things to get to. No?
I just X'd out of them all because we only had 10 minutes left and you were going through all the fights.
Come on. Let's dabble into some news, Jesse. Hold on a
second. Are you really going to do this to me? You're
Hell
go
yeah.
This? Now you're going to have to... No, don't play the song now. You're going to have to wait like 5 minutes before I pull them all back up.
Oh, we went the whole show. No complaints. News.
Yeah, we went the whole show without news, Moss.
No complaints, Jesse.
Don't do that complaint bullshit before I punch you in the face.
I love you.
Oh, my God.
Gaylord.
Damn, man.
Turn it off. You're going to have to give me a minute because I have to pull them all back up.
All right. Well, just tell us briefly about the stories. You don't have to go
crazy.
crazy.
I don't have the stories open, so I can't tell you briefly about the stories. I can read the title to you, and you can make your own assumption.
Okay. All right. Well, tell us what we got. We'll just touch base. We'll briefly go through it and then finish up our beautiful show.
All right, Kamaru Usman anoints Leon Edwards as the next title contender, but Dana White eyes a massive Jorge Masvidal fight for UFC 245.
Yeah, we did that one already.
Alexander Volkanovski's new consensus greatest featherweight of all time, but you didn't want to talk about that one.
Yeah, the greatest featherweight. Nah, not so much.
Jorge Masvidal buries coward Colby Covington for tucking his tail after his loss.
Ooh. I didn't actually hear this. Would he go on Twitter or what did he say?
Well, let me open it up for you.
All right. Let's find out what Georgie said. Former teammates. Well, they're still teammates, just former friends, BFFs. Damn, man.
Jorge Masvidal took to Twitter and said, "They say never kick a man when he's down, but you not a man. Should have paid my coach. It's cheaper than getting your jaw wired shut. Hashtag the crucifixion." And then he tweeted again saying, "Shout out to @Ben Askren, who never tucked tail after his loss, made no excuses, took it on the chin, and never censored the haters like a coward. Hashtag the resurrection."
Nice. Look at that. How about that? What do you think, Jess?
I love it. I absolutely love it. Roast Colby all you can.
That is a boom roasted over there. Chat, what do you think?
Max Holloway disagrees with the judge's decision at UFC 245, saying they made me cry twice in 2019.
You made yourself cry in this fight.
Do you want to hear about it or no?
Well, I mean, I saw the live stream he did too after he did it, and go follow his YouTube channel. It's actually pretty good. He got out there and he just started answering questions after the fight. He handles losses very well, but at the same time, I felt like going into this fight, I don't know if I'm sure he took it serious, but it just seemed like there was something lacking. Not trying to take anything away from Volkanovski, but Max didn't seem like he was all there. I don't know, something. I'm not used to seeing Max getting outworked.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it looks like he's probably going to get a rematch. You know, he had that belt for a while at 145, so I think he deserves it. Do it in Australia. Make it happen. But you didn't win that fight, man. Didn't win that. In my honest opinion. What about Faber and Jan?
Peter Yan thinks he deserves Henry Cejudo next after his 6th win in 17 months.
Deserves Henry Cejudo? I mean, Jan's right there. Do you think he deserves the title shot?
Yes, absolutely.
The problem is not many people really know or care about Jan. Maybe now.
A lot of people do.
Well, I'm just saying the MMA fans do, but the casuals. You got, well, Aldo lost. You got Aljo coming back. Let's look at the
Aljo deserves a title shot as well.
Hold on a second. Yeah, Aljo does, but they're going to have to give Aljo some sort of tune-up fight after that surgery, unfortunately. Okay, let's look at the bantamweights. You got Marlon Moraes. Yeah, Marlon Moraes just won, but you can't give him a rematch right yet. Well, Corey Sandhagen. You know, they did him dirty. Dude, imagine Sandhagen versus Jan. Oh, I love that. I mean, Cejudo's going to have to get back in there soon. I'm trying to think what I want. Aljo's sitting at number 2. I would love to see Aljo get the title shot, but I feel that the Marlon Moraes rematch could be something for a contender fight. A Corey Sandhagen Peter Yan fight would be fucking fire. I think Asuncio's fighting Garbrandt, right? Is that happening?
Yes.
So what do we do here, Jesse? What do you think?
I don't know.
This is tough. You can give, you took the fight with Frankie Edgar away from Corey Sandhagen. You should give him throw him a bone and make him fight Cejudo. But Cejudo's not going to take it. He's going to want to get paid. Fuck, what happens at bantamweight? It's a mess. Some good fights over here, but a mess. God, Peter Yan versus Sandhagen. I'm kind of coming in my pants thinking about that. Is that weird?
Gaylord.
Dana White likes the idea of Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley next.
Yes, I love that. I agree with Mr. Boldy. 100%. Un fuego.
Jorge Masvidal praises Ben Askren for taking the loss on the chin. That's the tweet that I had just recently read to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the UFC released the Conor McGregor hype video ahead of his upcoming fight against Cowboy.
This is...
But you can't play it because it's probably copyright.
No, it's slowly creeping up on us. 32 days. And it's kind of weird, right? Conor coming back, like fighting Cowboy. That doesn't feel real. Does that feel like it's really happening? It feels odd, right?
No, it feels like it's really happening.
Anytime, and it's going to be a good fight between the two. I'm very interested in seeing it. But every Conor fight that we've had up to this date, we've been fired up. Like, it's just been like, Conor's got to fight. Let's go crazy. This happened at 245. That's going to calm down. And next week we have the Korean Zombie versus Frankie Edgar. And then after that's like a little bit of a lull. But you would think everything would be fired up right now. There's no trash talk between the two. There's no real buzz, right? This is not weird. Is this the calm before the storm?
I don't know.
What is going on with this, Jesse? What is going on, chat? What's the deal? Are you tired?
No.
Oh, you seem like you're out
Well,
of
a little bit, but not super tired. No.
it. Oh, it seems like you had enough.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Chat room, what do you think? Why are we not getting any buzz with Conor versus Cowboy? Or is this the calm before the storm? I need to know. We'll get into the rest of the stories and shut it down.
Flatter says Conor and Moss have a bromance amigo. Casey says it's all a mess with 2-division champ. Pedophilia says Screamin' Dwagon versus Chrome Baby Puff's Dome. Make it happen, Testicle Moss.
Testicle Moss?
I guess.
Well, all right.
Wonderful.
Wyatt Neff says because this is going to be a layup. AK1 says Khabib is an animal. That's why. Nico Pon, Khabib's wife is a towel. Sean R says it's the calm. Beagle Claw says blue lips. If an unconscious Colby's jaw has a non-displaced fracture in the middle of his chin, it's actually not as bad as people are making it out to be.
You know, we were talking about that. If you missed the whole, run it back. If you're just jumping in now, run it back in the beginning. You'll have all our thoughts on the situation. We went pretty cray-cray earlier in the stream. But if it is just like a small little fracture on his jaw, you can't be praising him that. I mean, it hurts. A fracture hurts, of course. But people are acting like his jaw is flopping off his face. Oh, shit, it's a cumin.
A cumin.
Niall. What up, Niall? Thank you, my man.
Niall with the 5.
Fucking a cumin in the house. Loving it. Uh-oh, look at this, Jesse. Should I play the video?
Yeah, this is his cringeful call out of Jose Aldo for Henry Cejudo.
All right.
I'm sure a lot of people have already seen it, but...
Oh, is it cringy? But, do you expect anything less, right?
It's really
stupid. Oh, there's another one, too. Wait, hold on a second. There's 2 of them?
No. Go to that. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he never fails. Ah, there he is, the king of cringe. And he's taking a page out of Colby Covington's book and inserting ladies involved. I got to say this, though. These ladies they're the weekday workers. They're not. Okay. Let's see what we got. Creeping out of the pool.
It feels good to have good hair. So upon my return, I really did want to fight Dominic Cruz, but I thought about it, and he's too brittle. If I was to tell Dominic Cruz to bend the knee, he'd pop his damn neck out. But actually, I'm not here to talk about Dominic. I'm here to talk about Jose Waldo. And I want to give him a clap in his last performance because a lot of people thought he won. I want to congratulate him because now he's part of the Henry Cejudo sweepstakes. But it's under my terms. I want to fight him in my city. Rio de Janeiro. Daddy's coming home. Dana White, let's sign that contract. And one last thing. Your movie sucks.
Whose movie is he talking about?
I have no idea. But those girls look like they've been beaten.
Yeah, these girls, they want no business of this. It's so funny, man. They can't find girls like Colby and Cejudo. They can't find girls that could play along. They're just
at least
like
Colby's girls look like they want to be there.
Yeah, they want to be here.
These girls look like they want like absolutely no part of this video.
Is it not cringy? I guess that's the move, right? To be cringy. He's the king of cringe. But he is the champion. He's the double champ right now, and he's calling out a guy that just lost. It's a little weird. Why is he calling anyone out? He's the champ.
I don't know, Moss.
Is there another video? Why is there 2 things on there?
I just know one.
É difícil ter bom cabelo.
Oh, this is in Spanish too? Or
Tem mensagem para supostamente o rei de Rio.
He did. Wow. Is that Portuguese or what is he? Yeah, that's Portuguese he speaks. I don't fucking know. Who knows? I don't even know anymore. So he does it twice. He wants it so much he does it twice. Wow. What do you think about the king of cringe, Jesse? You speechless? She's speechless. Oh my God, the supper's done.
Supper's ready.
All right, any other stories?
Nah.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we ended nice and smooth. We landed very nicely. But if you want to see the chaos, no pun intended, that was the beginning of this show, run it back. You got our crazy opinions on the main event and the rest of the card. It was pretty fiery. Recommend you watch it. And thank you for joining us tonight. It was a fantastic night, right?
Absolutely, Moss.
When will we be back, Jesse?
Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have Van Zant on the show, so make sure you guys tune in for that. We're going to have a little guest.
Not Paige, Lindsay Van Zant, correct?
Yes, Lindsay Van Zant.
The cooler one.
From PFL.
Not PFL.
I mean, not PFL, I'm sorry. Bellator?
No, not Bellator.
No, not Bellator. Risen.
She fought in Bellator.
Risen.
Risen, correct.
I always get them wrong. Anyways, from Risen, Lindsay Van Zant, we're going to have on the show. So make sure you guys tune in for that. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. And with that being said, guys.
Hold on a second. This is Lindsay Van Zant. She'll be with us, and she's got a big fight. New Year's Eve. She's coming on the show. We actually have to text her tomorrow, so she knows. But that should be a fiery one. Have some fun. We'll talk about the UFC fights as well. And go ahead, Jesse.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.
Right foot was up on the